I'm just recording because...
Let it begin.
It's streaming's
What do
not
we
working.
have then?
Oh, I'm a neutral evil.
Neutral evil.
Lawful evil.
Chaotic neutral.
Chaotic neutral.
Yeah. That's pretty much every rogue.
No!
That's like a rule.
My rogue was nice. She only killed people sometimes.
After she kissed them.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
fine. It worked though.
The kiss
Like
from
100% of the time.
It
worked.
did. It did.
No, it worked twice. It worked
2
twice.
out of 2 times.
2 out of 2.
She had her
100%.
lip split open.
And
Still
it's
works.
a cool scar. It totally worked.
Sure.
So where'd you
He
get
still
that stuff?
died.
It's like
I mean,
poison
yeah,
ivy
because
minus
he
the
was...
poison.
Okay.
FYI, Ben, I am always looking through Bertram.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
can't see it all.
We went through that and ladies found out when they went through a cave.
Ha.
With their familiar.
Bertram's my
I mean, we can still see, right?
As long as y'all have dark vision, yeah.
I don't have dark vision.
Well,
Better take a torch
Does that
out of
mean
your
it's like
pack.
it's pitch black?
Maybe
for his
you
character,
won't really
or-
want to
Yeah.
consider those
well, it's not pitch black
post-its.
for you. It is dim light for you
Put 'em on
because of
your
the glowing
shoes.
stuff.
Okay.
So still not great.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know.
What's that, only
it's just like, you know.
So like night, but with no moon.
Like when you
or
get up to go to
stars.
the bathroom in the middle of the night, and you're like, well, I kind of know where I am.
Except this isn't your bathroom.
And
We're
also
out.
it's on fire.
We're outdoors. Everywhere's our bathroom right now. Have you not met troglodytes?
I mean, there are stools everywhere, right?
I hate this day so much.
Puns.
You guys head deeper into this
My
underground
cat is off to you.
mysterious area. The tunnels wind and curve, and Ao is able to guide you a bit through part of it until
Yeah.
it opens up into a massive cavern. And it's, for those of you who are used to having a sky above you, even just in general knowing it's there, it's odd because you're very, very deep underground, you feel at this point. It's hard to tell.
There's a sky?
There is no sky.
Oh.
There is stone. But it's high up there. It's like, oh yes, the ceiling is 500 feet up, and there's also a ceiling.
And the
Oh.
ceiling is so high.
And the ceiling has spikes on it. Lovely.
Must be the shrooms.
Cause everything here sucks.
Even the shrooms.
As you guys go into this massive underground cavern, is there anything you guys want to do?
Die.
Is it just like
That's
a,
free action.
Is it just like a big open cavern? Like what's the?
Well, now we're supposed to
Few
go
miles by a
where
few
we-
miles deep.
It's just like this big empty.
Big open empty area. I mean, there's like an underground lake in this area. Some
mushrooms still. I assume?
mushrooms.
Only 60 feet. Good to
Trails
know.
back and forth, crisscrossing.
But it's not like hilly or giant mountains.
Rocky,
What?
no mountains
So we're
in this
only looking
area.
for one elf, and we have all of the Underdark to explore.
You'll be
I'm-
fine.
I'm staying in the middle of the group, like holding on to somebody's like tail or something. Somebody's
Like a child in a mall.
Yeah, just like.
Wait, you're not my mom.
Where are we going?
Walks up to random dark elf. Mom! Oh!
Stab! You're not my mom!
Sorry, wrong person!
You have to see a haircut.
I rolled a stealth! No!
Just gotta lose around these coats!
That's a giant cavern. Are there any other tunnels that are branching out of this cavern besides the one we came in through?
There's several small caverns. Some kind of in like the wall where you've just emerged from, where it opens up. There are a few others dotting about, and much farther out than that, you can't really see. It's dim enough light where you can kind of make everything out, but not in great detail.
So that shadow could be a cave entrance, or it could just be a shadow.
Yeah, or it could be somebody trying to murder you. Yeah,
So
you never know.
I mean,
Florian.
it's almost like a hub of
Man.
different tunnels.
Yeah.
crisscrossing.
It could
Ooh,
be
good.
a giant spider.
We found the Underdark subway.
Yep.
The station. It's here.
Well, what do I see? Since I think I have the longest dark vision.
You do.
120.
In
You
this
can
particular
actually
area, This has a few crossroads and trails. You know in what general direction the nearest hub of drow society is. Outside of that, you don't really know too much. You kind of ran from there, and you're like, yes, I can cross through here on one of these trails.
I wasn't let out much as a child.
Or an adult.
Not too. I never saw the sun.
You probably could have if you wanted to.
One day I'll see the sun.
So like some tab.
The sun's awful.
It burns.
You're like, the whole goal in life is to go outside and see the sun,
You're like,
little knowing
whoa,
that going
it's
outside
beautiful.
would probably
That's
kill
the moon.
you.
Oh.
The
So
sun.
what?
It's so,
so
bright. It's like I
beautiful.
imagined. No,
That's the moon.
that's the moon. No.
Oh, that's
haunted.
so bright. Like that's a lamp. That's a street lamp.
No.
It's so bright. That's a fireball. You should dodge.
You might want to roll a dex save.
Ayo the moth.
I would like to investigate some of these entrances to see if they will, I don't know, do a thing. Lead somewhere.
Okay.
Useful. Highly trafficked, maybe.
I'm going to watch them for a little bit because
That's
I'm
what
the
I'm
only
going
one.
for. Highly
I'm
trafficked
the only one
ones.
who really knows
Alright.
the way around, so I'm going to watch them foolishly mill about
Ooh.
before I offer direction.
Numbers. 22.
22. You kind of look about and you find that there are the one that you just came out of is probably one of the more heavily trafficked. There is some definite foot patterns and appears to be some formation patterns as well.
Okay.
Large-ish groups have charged through there, and from what you saw of the battlefield that you guys left from coming into here, must have been following that tunnel. And you start checking the other tunnels. You see smaller degrees of traffic going through there, perhaps. Maybe scouting parties, maybe used by traders who use the Underdark, other travelers.
Who else is traveling here? Why
But
would you want to?
following kind of the path around, and I assume you guys are sticking together.
Follow me.
What we can.
Sure.
It takes you a bit more deeper into the cavern, following kind of reverse of where the footprints lead to from, and you find yourself at a bit of a crossroads. To your left, there is a large pond. You could argue it's a small lake, but it's a large pond.
Water's bad.
And kind of wrapping around that is where this large trail heads off to, and there are a few smaller trails, one heading more directly in front of you and one heading kind of off to the right.
Well, good adventures always go left, but seeing as none of us are good.
Well, yep, there's that.
Also, that's where death is, but you know.
Drow, did you happen to go by a lake when you were coming out of here?
Yes.
Yes, I do remember the lake.
Then we are going that way.
Would you like me to lead?
Yes.
I would like
You
to
go
lead.
first.
So you're heading more or
Just
less
for traps,
back
why don't you?
towards the back towards the.
I know why they're here, right?
Yeah.
We already
guys-
talked about this.
I don't remember if you just talked to Torin about it on the way down, or if you talked about it in my
No,
presence.
we're like, hey, we're looking for this elf lady in the Underdark, and you're gonna be our guide.
Right.
And he's
Right.
Because you've been here.
Yes.
All right. So you're guiding them back to the city.
I guess so.
Okay.
I
City.
just left that place.
Be warned, we are heading back to the city.
Warning, take it.
You head back down the large dirt and stone road.
It's a road.
Halfway more.
Brick
And eventually it does turn into an actual road.
Mm-hmm.
And you
At
follow.
which point, I would like to stop being on the road myself.
Okay.
Like I'm following it. They can be on the road, but I am.
Are you just gonna you're like, here's the road, and you're like, no, I'm just gonna take one step off to the side.
I'm like an inch off. No, I'm following the road, but I'm not
I'm
on
on
the
the road.
road.
I'm off the road.
Okay.
I'm on the road. I'm off the road.
You keep heading towards that direction. And you guys.
It's like doing that thing where you're like walking along the curb.
There, as you guys head through some other tunnel paths, it opens up into another very large cavern. This one seemed large enough to house a whole lot of stuff in it. There's actually one large central spire, stalactite from the ceiling, going down, 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 covered in glowing moss, casting a greenish light over a lot of this area. And you see underneath that is some side of the city.
This
And
isn't so bad.
Is there a dim light?
Yes.
What
You can't really make all of the city, but you can see definitely that spire in the distance.
What?
Huh?
What?
What?
Okay.
Never mind.
You sure you want to go down there?
Well, is that where you saw Miranda?
I never said I saw Miranda. I just suspect where she may be.
He's useless.
Would you like to wander the Underdark alone?
I don't really care.
And then she's eaten by a bug.
Yes, I'll wander the Underdark by myself. It'll be fine. I'm fine.
Everything is fine. Zoran's like, she has jewelry.
Yeah. He walks up. I'm fine. I can do this by myself. Falls right through a trap. Guys! Help!
Like, nah, you got this.
To my character's knowledge, where would I suspect Miranda to be? 'Cause I know she's not a slave herself.
Right. This city is definitely a good starting point for that. However, this city, like slaves of not drow races, ain't big on males of the drow race, ain't big on males in general, ain't big on elves that aren't drow.
We're the perfect party.
Okay.
This is great. This is just great.
As you head a bit farther in, Ao, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh dear. I
Ruh-roh.
think I can
In
manage
the back of
that.
my mind, I'm like, why don't I have like this by itself or something? This
Ooh.
would be so much easier.
16.
Okay. No.
Does anyone have a disguise anything kind of spell? Because that could actually be useful.
No, I don't.
I'm going to wave. Yeah, I'm going to wave my hand over my face, and I'm going to.
Blurry.
Just a black line over your eyes.
I'm going to.
You just
yeah,
turn into Reverse Flash.
I didn't know this was a horror story.
I'm going to change into a drow.
Okay.
Male or female?
Well, you probably don't want to be a male.
Oh yeah. Okay. Female.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna have slightly similar features to you.
Great.
I'm gonna be your twin sister.
Great.
It was just like, I'm not okay with this.
This is my voice now.
How
I also have some disguising stuff if you need it.
Probably need it. I just need to look at my
I'm
equipment package
fine.
for my
Less
background.
less magical,
Could-
more practical.
Could you disguise her as a drow?
I'm fine.
You
Put
have
her
the
in blackface?
You have
Oh,
the
yeah.
bearing
The thought crossed my mind. I was like,
I'm like, do I take offense to that?
does it count if she's an elf? You're an elf, right?
Yeah, I'm an elf.
Okay.
Just,
I have
she needs
position of privilege. I could probably just walk into the city and be
to-
like,
You're not a drow.
this is true.
That's
But I'm not a guy, so that makes this so much better.
Yeah.
I mean,
Could you
we
make
could
her look
try.
like
Saying I hate elves
I
more
can
than
try.
I hate guys.
it'd be worth a shot. Otherwise,
I'm just saying they hate
get
people
far.
more than they hate people.
They just are extremely racist.
And sexist, and they're just the worst.
Oh,
They
yeah.
really are. What?
Well, how's he doing? What do
Well,
you?
I have a hood.
Yes. That's it.
You're,
okay.
you're our slave. Or one of these slaves.
Okay. I'm gonna try and make her look like a drow with my disguise.
If we really need
kit.
to, I'm fairly certain I have a bunch of ink in my scholar's pack.
Ooh,
Roll
No.
a check with your
proficiency.
with your proficiency bonus and add I'm gonna say intelligence to this for getting the contouring right and stuff.
Okay.
Can I help him with this at all?
I do have a
I mean, your experience with like makeup and stuff.
Yeah, sure. She's helping you. You have advantage.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
That's better.
Okay. Okay, so it's 16 then.
All right. If anyone were to like touch your face, might smudge off. If you were to perhaps eat or drink anything, might have some issues.
Okay.
But as far as looking at you, you look like a drow.
How do I look?
Unbearable.
Perfect. Some days I am amazing to myself.
Let's go down.
All right.
And you know what? I'm I'm getting kind of tired not seeing anything, so I'm going to take out Aurora, who's my pet rat.
Aw,
I'm going to place her on my shoulder, and I'm going to see through her eyes,
I miss King.
which has dark vision.
Yeah, familiars.
Now we can all see.
Alright.
Why does this drow have a rat? I don't know, but okay.
Because I like her.
Female.
I'm gonna
drow
eat
with
her
a rat.
later.
You guys head further in. You do take them off the main road, knowing that going through the main gate might be problematic.
Even for a very fancy female drow.
and another female drow.
And then
Seriously.
Yeah, you know, there's not enough pomp and circumstance to make it look official, and your slaves don't look slavey enough to make it look slavey.
Unfortunately.
So
Excuse me for looking good.
Before we go in, I'm gonna give him some pointers on how to act like a slave,
okay.
and then I guess.
Cower.
And then I'm gonna assign you to one of these people as you're gonna be his character slave.
He gives you some pointers on the don't make eye contact.
Yes.
Just generally look at your feet. Don't look like you're looking at anyone or anything.
I'm not ever. I'm looking for
I can't even see them if I wanted to.
I have eyes for one woman, and that's Miranda. You're able to find a smaller side gate that has some other people going in. Go ahead and roll a collective stealth check just to kind of blend into the crowd.
I'm in some stealth.
That is a 28.
Oh, that's a natural 1.
13.
Oh, okay, thank you. Plus something.
I'm just gonna get rid of both of those
10,
right now.
so it's 23.
Yay!
Thank you.
11.
All right.
13.
Okay.
So our lowest is 11. Our lowest two are like 11 and 13.
It could have been worse. I rolled a 1 too.
Oh.
Wow.
Is that both your
So I got rid
divination
of both of my 12 and my 13.
rolls? Oh boy.
Hey, they came in handy after all.
Well, yeah, because that was about to suck.
And you thought they were bad rolls.
Nobody needs 2 average rolls.
I was about to have a whole garrison on your behind. All right,
Rolling
no.
with arrows.
You're welcome.
You guys find yourself inside the first gate of the city. It's there's a lot of like glowing stones like torches embedded every 10, 20 or so feet. At this point, you don't have a problem seeing down here on your own. I mean, it's like Gotham at night, so it sucks, but you know, it's not.
Yeah, the sky's red. Now it's purple. Now it's green.
Is
And it's
there
yellow
daytime
now.
here ever?
Purple again.
It's purple again. Someone needs to do something about the air quality around here. Maybe it's all the Zeppelins we have.
So its particular style is. It seems that it had at one point been a Duergar stronghold, and it was then taken over by the Drow sometime later. So there's a lot of very nice, very Spartan in style stonework. Not a lot of decoration, but there's been images of Lolth added later on. There's some spider riders going through the streets heading to or from a market. The city streets, while somewhat narrow, are adequate for the most part for this area. Is there any type of... You do recall that there is a underground river that goes to this this city. There are some docks there. There is a large prison system. There is a type of underground sewer system in place.
Are you in the system?
There's also the higher and higher levels closer to the mossy stalactite, where the higher and higher ups live. Basically, the higher religious standing you have, the more likely you are to be there.
Religious standing.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's not good.
That's okay. They like people who are persuasive.
I'm guessing they're still the higher ups, though, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
I'm worried.
I have money.
That's good.
The higher up we go, the better chance we have of figuring out where she is.
How are we going? We can't just walk in and ask them, hello, have you seen Captain Miranda? What's
No,
our plan
we
here?"
cannot. You, on the other hand, might.
You just want me to walk in there and be like, hello, my name is Lady Nyla and I'm here looking for Captain Miranda.
Maybe not. Hello, I'm Lady Nyla.
No, that's probably a good idea.
There is a culture here you must follow. How much do you know about drow culture?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out.
Excellent question.
It's a good question. That's a good question.
That is a good question. How much do we know? Not very much, no.
I
You
feel
should probably
like
roll
I
too.
should probably know about. I have an 18 to history. What do I know about this? They're like,
As far as I'm aware, drow
Definitely
come
not
up
my
from
people.
underground and steal babies and eat them.
Sounds good.
If it's
About right.
if it's with history, then I got 19.
Okay.
I got a 4, so that's why.
what do
That's
we
fine,
know?
you're a slave.
What do we know as drow?
Yes, we are drow.
Us drow. What do we know about us?
Yeah.
Pause, please. I am looking things up in Google Translate.
See,
Okey-dokey.
I'm see.
You're looking up drow in Google Translate.
I'm trying to name the city.
Oh,
On the spot.
put him on the spot a little bit there.
Yeah, no, I did this to myself. I should have had a name earlier.
For
Melbourne.
You know.
Sydney.
Dawson.
Sidbourne. It's Sidbourne.
I think we should just go with
Sidbourne.
Born.
Welcome to the city of Sidbourne.
Is this where Sid was born?
Sid. Who?
Lady Sid? Obviously.
So where are you guys going to head?
Well, how much do they know about drow history and
That's-
culture?
that's-
now?
Oh,
first
sorry. What
question.
was the rolls again?
18,
18
19.
and
18, 19. A lot of what you know is partly on par with like boogeyman stories.
That's all I know.
That, yeah, drow
I
are
know
these
the
monsters that
stories.
come out from the dark elves that come out at night and eat babies.
And
But
little people,
also,
right?
they take slaves. They have massive underground kingdoms where they're horrifically cruel, and
Spiders.
it's a
Lots of
matriarchal
spiders.
society. Spiders everywhere. They worship Lolth, and there is some arguments whether Lolth really did that much wrong. And some of the scholars are like, no, but then she did. So yeah.
Kind of like us.
Yeah.
Oh dang! I found a really cool name now that the internet loaded. Anyway, whatever.
Too bad.
I'll
It's
keep
canon now.
The next city we come across can be
I
that
will
one.
keep that.
Keep it handy.
For
Oh, I have to
later.
write down we're in Sidbourne.
Sidbourne.
I'm going to spell it how I think it should.
SYYD.
BOURNE.
Yes. There's to be an E at the end. Maybe
Yeah.
2 of them.
Alright.
There
Yeah, there you go.
you go. Sidbourne.
Sidbourne.
So,
City of sucking.
you explain
City.
a few things.
Not in the most, amazing way. I refer to it all derogatorily because,
Yeah, because
Dumb
everything's
upper-class
horrible here.
ladies.
And in general, culture here, a lot of it is religious, but it's political religion.
Ooh.
The best kind.
So,
Nobody ever expects
do you guys
the
remember the
Pope
Pope
Inquisition.
Wars? When there was 3 popes at the same time, each one was denouncing the other and saying excommunicating the other pope, and
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I was there.
yeah. Oh, I forgot you were one of the popes.
Right.
Yeah,
It was
it's
a
much like
simpler
that.
time.
Similar to how Charlemagne had one pope crowned emperor, but he put that pope in power, and there's that who's really in charge thing. They did not separate church and state to a degree where it's kind of one and the same. But if you assassinate that priestess, your sister could become the priestess, and hey, your sister could help you out, especially if she were to suddenly die.
So
and
the
hey, look,
clergy are the politicians.
yeah.
Great. They're politicians disguised as religious fanatics. Yay.
Twice as many scandals.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So exciting.
And and it's to a degree where it doesn't even matter if they actually really follow their religion or not. It's really just going through the motions.
As long as they say they are religious.
As long as they say they are. And here's the thing is, people don't even care.
Paladins in D&D.
I'm just gonna use Divine Smite whenever I want to.
Yeah.
Nope. You have to ask permission.
What?
Why?
Because it says right here. Thou shalt
Oh,
not
and
kill.
the basic rule of thumb is it's pecking order. The top can peck on everyone, but no one can pick on her. The person below, they can pick on people below them, but not the people above them. And that goes
That's usually how
all the way down.
Right.
The way you look kind of early mid-tier in the pecking order. So basically, the rule of thumb is if you see somebody wearing robes with a spiderweb pattern on them, or with a large golden and ruby amulet of Lulth, be very nice to them.
Why did we come? I hate this place.
And I would like to be communicating most of this toward her specifically.
Yeah.
I hate
We're gonna get you some spider clothes.
No!
We're going shopping.
No! We're not going shopping, not
Micah,
for
you're probably about to get a text from Mikaela, because she has a Magic the Gathering code that she's not using.
Fun.
Yeah, anyway.
that. Random.
Thanks, Wizards of the Coast. Anyway,
Hashtag non-spawn.
but I could. No, they'll never sponsor us.
We couldn't do that to them.
Yes.
Yeah. So, where do you guys want to go?
Where do you suggest?
Well, the easiest
Hey.
and fastest way would be get as high as you can, figure out.
There's some mushrooms.
Would I know if people like Miranda ever get and sell slaves to specific people as opposed to the drow as a whole society?
It's not a bad guess that she would. Who specifically? There's a couple of different buyers who might be interested, and they can range in all different social strata that are at or above her level.
So, in theory, Miranda could have been about to sell some slaves to this drow lady we have here.
In theory.
Okay.
What kind of elf is Miranda again?
Miranda's a high elf.
We can start on the lower end. Miranda was going to sell you some slaves, but she never showed up.
No,
But
that's a
took
good
the
cover
pay.
story, actually.
We get as
You
high
know, until we walk in there and they're like, yeah, no.
And what's your name?
I'm assuming
I
they're
have
different.
amnesia.
Is it like, are the drow as a whole one giant civilization, or are there other countries of drow?
There are essentially
Amnesia.
other countries of drow, but they are as far of a degree away that you would
Yes,
not
I mean-
know kind of where. You're
I'm
aware that
gonna
others
pick the name
exist,
too.
but like
Mhm.
who,
Plot twist,
where,
This is the original
you're
story.
kind of
This is how
it was
Amy came to
drilled
me.
into your head that this was your only life.
Do I know of any other cities? Just names. I just need maybe one name.
Yes, you know of Zatforiti.
Alrighty. You're from that.
Zatforiti.
Zaffariti? Is that the other name that came?
Zatvoriti.
Probably
It's
right.
Croatian for imprisonment.
Ooh.
And where are you from?
Yeah.
Oh, then I also I also need to think of
Wait,
a drow name.
spell it again, man. I
Yes.
lost track of it.
Zat.
I am
Zat?
his sister,
What are
Vori.
so I
Any
would be
common
known
drow?
as
T.
Micah? Common drow names, quiz.
Drizzt Dord.
I don't know.
being his twin sister. I'll be known as Owe.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Away.
I think.
Your character won't need a name, but
I have my own name.
I have a name.
does Nilo sound drow enough?
No.
No.
I think we just use elf names.
I was just using an elf name.
So that would in theory then work.
But I don't want to use my actual family name. That's kind of a point of pride for me. That's not gonna happen.
It would cause some problems.
It might if things got back to the surface.
Well, come up with a drow name then.
To the Google. I hit my.
Which I actually probably should write down some of your fake name. So your character's name was just mine in reverse.
Yeah, we'll like swapping the syllables.
Or you can just take all the vowels that he doesn't have.
So that'd be IUY. Form that in some sort of
all the vowels that he doesn't have in his name.
Yui?
Why are they
Yui.
so long?
Wait.
You need a fancy name.
I don't want a fancy name. It's too hard
You're
to
a
say.
lady.
Ah! Ooh, that one's shorter. We'll do that one.
Ord Odrisden?
No.
What's your character's name then? Or your fake name?
No wait, hold on. I'm nerding out on the internet. I need to think about it for a second.
I'm gonna stick with
I'm
that.
like, if we're gonna-
Anastriana.
If we're gonna keep going with vowels, I'll just be Io over here.
D.
That's fine.
No, we're not
E.
gonna do that. Oh, what's a good letter that just sounds nice?
I have one first name, one last name, and like 4 middle names. I'm A-E-I-O-U, sometimes Y. That is my full name.
Why? Why?
What's your character's name then?
Twan.
Twan.
That's last name.
Your Lady Twan.
Yeah,
Twan.
we'll go with that.
Would
There's nothing Twan with it.
would the higher up drows be referred to as ladies, or is there a different term for that? Or can we just use lady?
Lady, or if they are a high enough priestess, high
But
priestess,
she'd be lady.
grand priestess, etc., she'd be lady.
She'd be lady.
I'm not religious, but we're not gonna talk about it.
Lady Twan is from such and such. Miranda was going to deliver slaves to, but never turned up but took the pay. We are to find her.
Okay.
So where are you going to go first for your search?
Up.
All right.
We are going up.
As you start heading, built sort of like old Paris, where it's a winding path constantly going up, or like Gondor, I guess. And you hit the first security checkpoint on the way in. There are several male drow guards under the watchful eye of some female elite guards, and they're doing most of the checking items, etc. through.
Gotta go through security.
And
If
before
you're
we get in the
talking,
line,
Uh-huh.
actually, what languages do you all speak?
Well,
I'm a slave, so it doesn't matter.
No, okay.
you don't speak like I speak Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
I spoke
Oh,
Undercommon. Is
I
that
don't
useful?
speak Undercommon at all either.
Yeah.
Oh
What do you
crap.
speak?
Undercommon
You speak Undercommon?
and Orcish.
Why
Okay.
isn't he taking point on this?
Shane, alright.
So close.
You also serve Lady Twan. You speak for her, you are her representative, so she does not have to get her hands dirty.
Yes.
And we are her
Enjoy.
slaves.
Yes.
There we go. Just like, get over there and they,
We just
they
had a
speak to you in Undercommon, you're just like, oh.
I'm gonna be honest. I was waiting to pull that on you.
I would have been like,
I'm like, they're elves, they speak Elvish.
I mean,
Wait.
They do.
but that's not what they speak here. They're
Do we know what items they'd be
Strange.
searching for?
It's more for like
smells.
people who aren't supposed to be carrying weapons aren't carrying weapons. It's not like Disneyland
Oh.
security or the TSA.
We're probably fine.
Does anyone have a bag of holding?
No.
Oh,
But I do have 4 daggers.
Not anymore.
Yes, that's true.
How much weapon stuff do you have?
I only have 4 daggers.
Oh.
I also have an arcane focus, which I'm probably not allowed to have. I also have leather armor that I don't wear that I'm also probably not allowed to have.
Okay.
Yeah, so before we get in line,
I guess we'll take that.
would I know of
Stuff.
any really good places to hide this stuff?
You do
Oh, by
know
the way,
that.
does anybody want leather armor?
You do know that
That's
highborn
true.
ladies are definitely allowed to have bodyguards.
That's fair.
If you would be foolish enough to trust just slave with that, but that's your business.
No, well, male drow is
They're
hired as a
highly
slave.
trained.
Yes.
Alright, so do you actually wear your leather armor?
No.
Okay.
I use my armor of shadows.
Got it. So, is the armor just like in your inventory then?
Yeah, it's just in my
Okay,
inventory.
well, I'm gonna take your daggers then.
I want them back.
Yes. I'm going to politely take your daggers.
Alright, you hit
Away
the-
from the eyes of the guards, to be clear.
Yeah, we're not doing all this. I'm like,
Cease
who
checkpoint
speaks
immediately
Undercommon?
turns
Let me have your weapon.
you have the
So how many daggers did I just nab from you?
4 daggers. Leather
you have a
armor.
belt of bandolier of belts.
You have
You-
a band of
I'm probably also not allowed to have an arcane focus or a crowbar.
Okay, well I'll have your crowbar.
Do you need to take my thieves' tools?
Probably.
Can I keep my calligrapher supplies in the scholar's pack?
Sure.
Although actually there's a small knife in the scholar's pack.
That's probably
Cut you.
fine.
What is your arcane focus?
I don't remember what the options were. I think it was just...
It could probably be like
I never did.
a necklace with your guild emblem on it, the Oricon Syndicate.
So that could pass.
Or like
I
a
guess
as long
ring.
as you don't have this like giant.
It could be a ring of like the Oricon Syndicate or
There you go.
So
flavor how you want.
You can probably hold on to that.
Oh, it could be a ring for seals.
Ah, so it's a secret ring of the Oricon Syndicate.
There
Alright,
you go.
yeah, there we go.
Alrighty.
So you walk through and there is the first guard. This is a slave guard.
I'm also assuming since I have
Are there
never gone through
three
this kind of
different like
checkpoints before,
checkpoints
Yes.
for like
then I will
slaves,
also give them the
ranch,
rundown of how they
women?
usually go.
Yeah. Basically, not a lot of conversation usually happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's like airport security. They just want to get you through as quickly as possible. They don't want to talk to you.
I don't want to see your face at all. Just go.
So
Just another unwatched
the
match.
slave, you walk right past the slave guards. They're mostly there as muscle if anything goes wrong, and
Hey.
you come across the first drow guard. Hello, lady. Is there a particular reason for your visit here in Sidbourne?
Take it away, Chief.
I hear none of this. Rather, I
We're
hear
here
from do
for
not understand.
slave trade, dealing with a certain deal that didn't go as planned.
Are you dealing with any legal issues? Should we send a word ahead, or is
No, we'll be fine.
This is an internal
are we dealing
matter.
with anything off the record?
What was that?
Are we dealing with anything off the record?
Do you have anything to declare? I hate you.
What do you mean by off the record? Like,
We're not friends.
Are we turning our eyes to something?
Oh, no.
You.
Alright,
Totally legal stuff.
No.
please.
We are
Walk away
very
through the gate.
normal.
Thank you. That was a lot easier than I thought.
Don't say that.
Uh,
That's gonna be
piece
like.
of cake.
you walk through the gate. There is no issue. You walk through the gate. There's no issue. You walk through the gate. No issue. I want you to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
That's unusual.
Oh no!
Oh.
Please be a natural 20.
Where did it go?
It's over there.
The corner of the couch.
Oh,
What is it?
short arms. I don't know. It was like a 10 or something.
Let's try that again. Hey, that's
Hey,
that's
that was
good.
better.
That's 15. Or no, that's 18.
Okay.
I'm weirdly proficient in wisdom save.
You
Oddly.
walk through. Bit of a tingle on the back of your neck, like, okay.
Spider sense.
Must be something unusual about the gate itself. As you take a quick glimpse out the corner of your eye up.
Right to Bertram's eye.
With Bertram looking up real quick so you can keep your eyes down. You notice that there is a crystal at the top. Apparently this is some type of like scan area.
Oh, weird.
They have security cameras. There's probably some poor schmuck sitting at a desk watching basketball.
How many levels are there? Like,
There's like 7 levels. Of
7. 7's a good number.
how high does
Why
how
not
high would I
9?
think we can get her up?
Probably
Like
1
4,
or 2
circles.
more
Oh,
levels.
it's like
No.
level 5 or 6 then.
Yeah.
Or wait, would be.
We're not that
Wait,
separate.
why aren't there 8? There should be 8.
Is like the main city
8
counted
legs
as a
on the
level?
spider?
No.
Okay.
No. No.
Okay, well technically because the base of the base of the city.
would also be.
Ah,
Doesn't
there
count.
they are 8.
So we're in 7 at the moment.
So yes, we're in circle 7.
Ah!
We could
They
get
only
up
have
maybe
2 branches
1 or
of
2
government,
more.
church and church.
There's also the branch no one talks about because it's secret, and that's the church.
2 bodies.
You want something to
Two
get
body
done?
Parts.
You talk to the church. If you want some help, you talk to the church. If you want to get someone,
You want to get married? You talk to the church.
if you want to pay taxes, too bad. Talk to the church.
We can probably get up 1 or 2 more
Oh,
levels.
you can't even get a tax write-off.
I would not recommend going
This is
further.
the same thing.
Okay.
I am saying this very quietly in probably undercommon, just because I don't
I
want to stand
can't
out speaking
understand
something
you when
different.
you say that.
Also can't
What
understand
languages
you.
do you speak?
Elvish, common, and undercommon.
Wow. Why can't we just communicate in Elvish? It would be so much easier.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand that.
I say this to you in Elvish. Why can't we just talk in Elvish? It would be so much easier.
Quiet.
Ugh.
Why can't we talk in Thieves' Cant? It would take forever.
We
I'm
just stand there.
in.
Hold on! I need to write something.
So wait,
and
we know thieves can't technically, correct?
Yes.
Or is,
Yeah.
So the three of us could talk in
Yeah.
Thieves' Cant.
It would take forever, but yes, we could talk in these.
There would be no point.
But the
The
three of
point
us
would
could
be getting
communicate.
you out of the picture.
That's fine. I don't
How are we going to kill?
For those
That's
of you
interpretive
at home,
dance.
Mike goes
I
through
don't speak
improvisational dance
interpretive.
while saying that.
So I don't speak in interpretive dance.
Oh, bummer.
Oh, you should the other kind of thieves. Got it.
That Thieves' Cant.
You mean
Oh.
the down under thieves can't? Oh.
So you heading higher into this area. There's
To the next
more of a residential district where you are, and there is like some of the lower area business and the church office type of stuff. Church. I'm calling it church like it's a cult office really, but
Isn't it? Wouldn't it be? It's not a cult because it's the culturally accepted religion.
yeah, it's the culturally accepted religion.
Oh boy.
You also see some
So
odd
it's
pictures
just
of
a
naked
large
guys.
scale
religion.
cult.
It's just a national religion.
Yeah. Enforced by death.
Normal.
Yeah.
Normal stuff.
Where would you guys like to head in this area?
Level up.
You can go shopping.
Just trying to think, like,
For Weiss.
how
Spike
would I?
visual
No.
stuff.
Would
Drow
my character,
poison.
does my character think we could get into find this information here, or would we have to go up higher?
Is there a
Or
cleric?
would,
It's-
or would I maybe not know?
You think it's possible you could get information even at a lower level, depending on where you
It's
would
just
go?
easier the higher up we go.
The higher you go, the more likely you get a specific person.
Mhm.
The lower levels, you might get some more general info. If you go to the prisons or the dock area or the okay.
Would there be like? Does your slave trafficking operation keep records of those they deal business with?
Individual traders, quite possibly.
It's possible.
Is there like a slaving headquarters?
It is more individual contractors, but they would have some type of a like not tariffs, but like, hey, you're coming in, you're bringing stuff in, just a bit of a catalog of who came in, and maybe that would have a catalog of their stuff. Might just be assorted
Sorry,
slaves.
hobgoblins are outlawed in Sidbourne. You're gonna have to
Send them
confiscate
back.
those.
Yeah. So there are any areas here that might have such a record? As far as I'm aware.
Yeah, one level up, there's some more of like a market hub.
Yes.
You might get a higher up in a trading industry that might. Things like that.
Before we go up there, we should probably get you clothes more fitting the Underdark.
I'm wearing dark clothes. What else is more
I'm
fitting?
referring to. Well,
Not
you
to
you
you.
disguised yourself, so. Right? You used
Yeah, but I don't have.
Or is it just your your face and stuff?
Yeah, just my face. And
Okay.
stuff.
In which case, yes.
I have fine clothes.
You do have fine clothes, but they're not Underdark fine clothes. There's a culture here.
It's too much like leafy
When in
stuff.
Rome.
Crucify somebody like. Anyway.
Yes, I would like to take them to a shop. And
We're going
I'm
shopping.
going to speak through you basically because I can't talk,
Nope.
but she can't either
Why can't you talk?
because I'm a male
He's
Oh, okay, right.
He's a dude.
and she can't speak Undercommon.
He's a goon. And I don't speak Undercommon.
Yeah.
Alright, so
We're going to a clothes shop.
So I'm gonna
Didn't know
speak
we
through
were
you,
going
but
to
we're
the
gonna
Underdark.
go
alright.
get some clothes more fitting the Underdark, but still high enough status because I'm assuming they still sell high quality.
Yes.
Who's
Make
paying
an investigation
for
check.
this?
Hmm?
Make an investigation check.
Investigation. This is a 23.
Alright.
Dang.
I know.
You once had to work for this woman who was absolutely insufferable.
Of course.
Aren't
And
they all?
every
Like all
second
women.
Tuesday of the month, she had to go to the specific shop to get. It was like
You work for
manicure,
Agatha?
pedicure, hair done,
it's
and then
Agatha's
also
sister.
wardrobe.
Mhm.
And this place does it all.
Yes.
Agatha. Just
Um,
Agatha.
And like, okay, this would
Basically, we
be
would just call her
this would be the
Ag.
place to go.
And we only want clothing because we don't want to do the full anything because that might smudge your disguise.
So we only want to do clothing.
Yeah, I didn't.
I
So
feel like-
really, we just want to buy it and leave with it because
I can't change into it and like
Yeah.
try it on. It's not gonna work.
Slave will carry it, and then
I
we'll
have my
find
clothes.
some
I
dark
just
alley.
feel like I just want to trade these in really quickly or something. Just make it black.
Well, there's plenty of black here, as long as you don't mind.
Just make it more like me.
What's your size?
Hmm?
What's your size?
Mine or hers?
Hers.
It's different.
Hers.
I don't know how to drow size things.
Anemic, skinny, and size 0.
Probably gonna go with 0.
Okay.
We need to go to like a drow big and
Yeah,
tall.
so I'm gonna take him there,
Okay.
and we're gonna find some fancy clothes.
So you
Which,
go.
of course, will be coming out of my wallet because, I'm the male.
That's good.
that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Depending on how much it is.
I had money and not anymore.
So you find your ways
Not that much.
to Moda's Fine Clothing.
Yay!
Money.
No.
Moda's fine clothing.
I had so much more as someone else. In another life. You know. Past life. That's stuff.
And when you're there, you're
Oh, wait, I
immediately
get way
met
outside.
by there are
I get way
several
outside with the other
drow women who are working here.
More
Some slaves in the
bodies.
background and some males racking
Maybe they have some
items,
Working.
doing
Grunt
all
work. Grunt
doing the grunt work. Let's get some cheery music for inside as well.
Cherry music for the Underdark.
You walk
Yeah.
to the store, they're playing like drow pop music, and you're just like, ah.
Art is
please.
dead. Ugh.
Yeah, it's all just a gothic parody.
It's like a bunch of like sad Green Day. You're just like,
Sad Green Day.
why?
Do we have a reason why
Clearly
we're
they just
not
play
wearing
the-
Underdark clothes?
We didn't have them when we started.
I mean,
For the most part, she looks well off, but like well off, sort of armored, and definitely more surface elf than Underdark.
yes.
You guys look alright. You look a little fishy because
Could be worse for wear.
you're a drow woman, but you're in
Male clothes that
yeah.
are smaller.
Why do you look like a dude?
Yes.
I'm androgynous.
Also, as we're walking there, I'd like to, because I'm guessing it's not gonna be cheap. I would like to attempt to pickpocket people here and there.
Why
Ooh,
do
okay.
you do
Not
that?
like I'm not grabbing handfuls, just enough that I'm confident I
No,
can
a
get away
bracelet
with.
here.
Make a sleight of
no
hand check.
chain there.
That is a 28.
All right.
Dang!
You're actually
So much better than Savin.
there's a
Savin
I
would
know,
have been like,
I was
do.
gonna ask if I can see him doing this, but I guess not.
okay. There's a kind of like a restaurant area.
Maybe the
You
drow
pass
lady
by.
shouldn't be trying to pick people's pockets.
And as someone is leaving money for the food and pass it by, you kind of quietly walk by and ever so slightly you get a little in small place so they kind of turn out of the way and you're able to snake not only the bag, which is for like to replace out the cash drawer, you also swipe the tip jar.
Alright, how much did I get?
You get
3 copper pieces.
Stingy drow.
It's all copper, just covered in like a thin layer of gold.
brain.
All clay.
47 gold from that. Someone's getting fired later.
How much? I guess I wouldn't know until we got there, probably.
Well,
Oh no, I've been there
because
before.
you've been there before.
We need mostly for her, but also
Depending
for
on how
her.
elaborate you want to get,
sister.
a nice suit of
Is
clothes.
that how you're going to refer to your sister?
A nice suit of clothes probably would cost about 5 gold. A very, very nice suit of clothes would be probably around 10 gold each. You could certainly accessorize that. Could
I have plenty of gold, so
the
probably
accessories can vary greatly in
So
price.
many healing
At that point, though, for like the just clothing itself, might start getting too expensive for her to be some random person. And it's like, oh, so you're who specifically from where, and your family is.
Got it. Yeah,
I don't
I wouldn't go that.
And you
fancy.
tie that so like
just fancy enough that she's clearly higher up, but not
Yeah.
so fancy as to you could
Yeah.
pinpoint her
so
in
for
the
like
city.
about 5 gold, you can definitely get. So she probably for the most part won't be bothered, but people aren't necessarily
so
going to
people
go out of
know
their way.
she's a lady.
If you get like the 10 gold suit,
This is so much more fun.
a lot of people are probably going to pay a lot more attention to her and do more what she would want. However, people might pay more attention to her.
Try to
It's
speak to her.
so it's like safer but potentially less info,
Attractive but
more
forgettable.
risky, or yeah, more risky but more info.
Gonna go over the more risky route for her, but this more simpler
Risky
one
or risque?
for
Oh, I'm all for risque.
Yes.
You're gonna need a lot more makeup.
Well, that also might be a good idea to try to get it better so it doesn't fall as easily anyways.
Probably you could pull off the risque easier because there's less makeup involved. But I mean,
But not as fancy though, because
Yeah.
she's...
hey, this is y'all's shopping trip. You can be as risque, or neither as you want.
Am I going to have to stop wearing some of my armor for all of this, or no? I have a question about that. I don't want to. My armor class is so nice.
Is it normal for ladies to have weapons though? Like I get like if you're dressed nice, you probably wouldn't have armor on top of it.
I'm kind of like
We go through the
basically a
checkpoint
knight
fine.
right now.
So you do know that like high
Clang, clang.
priestesses do wear armor,
Yeah, as far as like just like weapons go. Like,
but
is it common for
When I made a
ladies to
post
carry
one time,
weapons?
they're like,
Perhaps
"Can you
more
imagine a
decoratively?"
knight in full
Got it.
metal plate doing the cha-cha slide?
In which case, I probably want to find
Put all
one
the
of
sound
those so she
effects
has
to it.
some weapon that looks
It was
nice
great.
but is also functional.
okay.
Alright, I can get gold for this.
Can I wear my armor underneath the clothes or no?
Depending on what kind of.
How good is your
clothing you get.
magical illusion thing? Is it just like your face and stuff, or can you go like a full on?
Full body except for clothes.
Got it. So it would just okay. Oh. Well, you can decide. You two can decide exactly what it is, but
The readers are like,
extremely fancy,
great.
not quite as fancy, but still nice.
I'm
Handmade
extremely fancy with selective
So that's what
nudism.
we're doing. however much that costs.
Okay.
This is
This
great.
guy's self, right?
So great.
This guy's self.
How long does it last?
Less than an hour, but it does change your clothing, armor, and weapons.
Oh, you wouldn't even
There you
need.
go. So
stuff.
you could wear whatever the
And
heck
just
you
like-
want.
Yeah, you are your own person.
Oh yeah, so we don't.
The only
we don't
thing
do anything
is, you can seem 1 foot shorter or taller.
like that. You actually take up the space too. That's the only thing.
It doesn't actually change you; it's an illusion.
Yeah,
So
It
if
looks
you have a
like
hat
it
and
does.
something goes through it,
It's gonna knock the hat off.
there's no hat, so the hand just goes right.
The hat
through
is
it.
a lie. There is no spoon. What?
So I guess fancy.
We'll burn that bridge when we get there. Sir, can you
Lady,
please
what is
stop?
it, Lady Twan.
Yeah.
Yes. So fancy clothes for Lady Twan. That was 10. You said.
Yes.
Okay.
So you enter in, and some of the drow ladies. Oh, hello, and welcome to Modus Fine Clothing. What can I do for you today? Their accents are horribly fake foreign accents.
I hate it. Thanks. I hate it.
We have the latest styles from all over the city, specifically here. What can we do for you today?
Is it? Hold on. Would it be like rude to just kind of brush them off and do your own thing, or you?
Yeah. When you go to nice shops, then you have people that actually take care of
It's
their
like the
food.
old
They're like,
timey days
come
when
here
somebody
and
shopped
have your
for
tea,
you.
and then we'll show you all of the things, and then you get to pick them out. You don't go looking
This is
for
on
stuff.
you, Hotshot.
The lady requires an update on her wardrobe.
Yes, I
We need to
can
buy some new
tell
skins.
that. Oh, so.
Yes, we like to spend
Did she
real world
pull
money.
off some upworld corpse?
You guys came from above doing business with slave traders that wouldn't come below.
We were doing some business with slave traders. That wouldn't come below.
Oh, I see. Roll deception.
I'm assuming this is a very common top. Like slavery is not like
24.
shied away from.
What?
It's not taboo.
They buy it. It's not necessarily common for you to like do that yourself, but
It happens.
Hey, it happens. Some people do it. You know, whatever.
I enjoy
Am I waiting
field work.
outside or do I have to come inside?
No, slaves don't go inside.
You could wait outside.
Cool. I will wait outside.
There are several other slaves.
It's like you can tie your slave.
Like has a nose ring. Person just there.
Ugh.
Thank you. I would have come in though, just in
Yes.
case as a backup if they need some guidance.
Yeah. Well, you're above slave.
You're-
I'm a bodyguard
Ooh.
for now.
Haha.
So tell me, is there anything the lady would like as far as styles go? A particular cut, particular line?
We would have talked about this before.
Yeah.
Did we though?
Yes. My character would have gone through all that with
Sure.
you, so you would be able to communicate what she wants within the styles of the Underdark.
Okay.
What do you want?
What do I don't know what I want.
Well, we have this. It's got some very nice lace, lacy works. It's a very nice spiderweb pattern. Very in. All days from now until always, because this is the Underdark. Now, we also have this one. The bodice has this form of a spider just right on it. This one over here, it's... what's it? Excuse me. She barks something out in a different language, snaps her fingers, and one of the male slaves walks over. She points at him. He takes it to you see there's a bonfire out back and just tosses it on. I'm sorry, that was so last season. So, is there a type of neckline? Is there a type of cut you like? You know, do you prefer more of like an A line, or do you want to go more like a princess seam, or perhaps let's start with a neckline. Are we going for a sweetheart? Are we going for a plunge? Are we going for a scoop neck? Perhaps something high collar?
Ah!
My mom has done costumes for ballets for a while.
That was pretty impressive.
By extension,
That was
I've
very-
done stuff for a while.
Yes.
I'm also impressed. I actually know what all of those things are. I'm trying to think of something that's like fairly functional. Because I
Every
still want
purchase
all my
comes with a
stuff.
free spot.
And remember, we're dealing with makeup here too.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so we do need something with higher neck, so we can go with the
Okay,
sweetheart.
basically you
High
look like a
collar.
vampire.
Do we have high
So
collar?
like me.
Now, we have this type of high collar. There's a, it also has more of like a sweetheart neckline with a lace cover up for that. We have this one if you want to look like an old lady, but that's some people's style. This one is like completely buttoned up all the way.
That would probably be
The
better.
pilgrim look.
We're going for the fancier one.
Ancient Dracula.
Now we have this one over here where it's got like a choker style collar and then it's like a scoop neck. It's very like modern avant-garde and it looks awful.
You know, like all avant-garde stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh.
We have this one over here. Oh, this is one of my personal favorites. Her accent is atrocious, by the way. Have I mentioned that?
Why
yet?
is she saying stuff? Never
Because
mind.
this is not her native accent. She's trying to sound.
She met
She's trying to
she
sound
met
herself.
Agatha one day. They had a meetup.
Oh, jeez.
Really
Um,
awesome
So this one has it is a high collar. It has where the sleeves come up to here, but then just kind of scoops around the shoulders. There is a it's like a princess seam, sweetheart neckline, but has a several less spiderweb, more like broken mirror style lace
Ooh,
crisscrossing around.
I like that.
This particular one has a I forgot the skirt styles now.
You're saying like A-line.
Yeah, this one's more like this one's more of a mermaid style with a slit.
Ooh.
The one from earlier that I mentioned that had high neck and a similar cut was more of an A-line skirt. So less fitted. This one you're looking at right now, like a crushed velvet, while the other one is much more of like a dark, like silver.
Oh, I think I kind of want to run around with crushed velvet.
We'll take that one.
Yes,
You're,
and now,
you're just like tug. Just like,
we could also perform modifications if you wish. You know, some people, you know, they wish to have different things to hide or accentuate certain features. Now, in your dealings above ground, has the mistress, does she just not like talking to help, or does she have some, difficulty?
Has a stutter.
It is just more kind of an aside to you, as if the bookings are not directly to her.
Okay, I can't understand them anyway.
She leaves dealings of money and simpler shopping to me.
Well, in that
I
case,
don't like it.
perhaps I'll show you something just real quick. She kind of takes you off. It's like, so, you know, perhaps while she spent time in the overworld, the fattening things I've heard up there, perhaps if you would like something more of the, she looks like runway model, kind of like almost anemic and sad, but perhaps some, we could add some boning in there, just a bit more, you know, support maybe? You know that doing this would make it essentially leather armor.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want the leather armor edition?
So she
Yeah.
can't be wearing armor.
Yeah, not with that.
No, she won't be.
Okay.
So that if that acted as leather armor, that'd be more helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I lose all of my armor class stuff.
This is the stealth part of the mission, though.
Yeah. Well,
We can get into the
Stealth!
combat.
You don't
It's not
understand!
that kind of stuff.
It's social stuff, which you also don't
Which
do.
I can't do! I can't stealth
Which is why you're not talking.
physically or socially or anything! Ah! I just have status. Usually I just walk into places.
It's not much more expensive. It'd just be one more gold and just an hour or two of work to add it all in.
Easy, easy.
so we're going yes. That'd be insane.
Yes.
All right.
Yay!
All right. So you
Simple leather armor.
you get crushed velvet, mermaid slit skirt with the blah blah blah.
All the things.
While you're there, keeping an eye out, you also pick up a pair of like silk stockings, which will make your leg a similar dark gray color,
Without having to make it.
without having to make up your leg. Careful if you get snagged and get a run in that. That's
Well,
weird.
if it
I
comes to
have
that, I think
vitiligo!
we'd have
Can I
other
say?
problems anyways. at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah, that'd probably be an issue anyway. I'm thinking.
So you now have 11 plus your dexterity modifier.
So,
I'm strong.
Yeah.
also culturally, would it be rude to leave and then come back later when it's done, or is that fine?
You could leave.
Okay.
We
In that
could go
case,
get some
we're gonna
to
go get
drink.
her a fancy sword because she needs a weapon,
All right.
I have one!
but not just like a weapon.
You need a ceremonial
It
weapon.
needs to fit in, but also be functional.
I hate this.
So,
Does mine have to fit in?
Yours is for function.
Are you getting clothing as well? While you're
Yours less so. He's
Do I need
full.
clothing?
He doesn't need clothing.
Um,
Doesn't. She.
if you would like to not worry so much about the illusion not working, clothing would definitely work better.
That's
If for some reason this
Because if someone
ended,
like touches,
That's weird. It's metal plate.
yeah.
ugh,
So you might not want to do that.
you're
I'm
cold
good.
as death.
You saying I might want to do that?
You might want to do that. Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
it's up to
yeah.
you, but
No, I'll buy some.
okay. Do you buy a like particular dress, or you do buy something more like a pantsuit?
Pantsuit, something flexible,
Okay.
something dexterous.
Which is also fine because you're not the lady.
Yeah.
I'll trade
You're
you.
able to
Secretary.
get a nice pantsuit. It has a formal but pleasant blouse made out of spider silk, of course.
Crossbow. Daggers.
Includes a nice fitted jacket and slacks.
Do we need to get
Uh,
a
Crossbow.
strider?
However, due to the nature of what it is, you can't really add bowing there. You could try to like
I have a shield.
attach leather stuff in
Somebody
there,
has to carry
but it
my
might be more
stuff.
noticeable.
But.
But-
Yeah, how do you
So I
gonna
don't
take
have
it
So
off?
it's just
I have a
clothing
lot
if
of
you're wearing
stuff.
that. You can wear armor over it, but that might be weird.
Right. No way to wear it under it?
What
Nah.
are you wearing under what?
Studded
if-
leather?
Under what?
Like the regular, the clothes I just bought?
Also, illusion. So
Highly do not recommend.
the real clothes would almost be more just for the texture of it. Someone touched.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say
Clothes
Clothes over armor.
No.
you can go for a
No,
less
no.
fitted outfit, and you
Put on,
can
like 20 sweaters.
yeah. So you go
Actually,
for
it is
a bit more of a
androgynous.
shapeless jacket, but
pumpkin
still
shape.
nice quality. You're definitely more of the secretary level than a lady level, and you're able to wear your armor underneath it.
She's got curves.
If somebody bumps into you, it might be fishy, but yeah.
Right, should be fine.
His fake name.
Oh, it's Owe.
I knew that. I need to know that because
Well, not legally speaking, but it'll still be good to know just in case, because I'm not run to someone who speaks Elvish, just as naturally. Yes. Also,
Is that how much is that?
Oh, that's gonna be like 5 gold.
how much are bags of holding?
That's what I'm looking at.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because
they're slightly more expensive, I think.
actually,
Bag of holding, $500.
500?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only pocket dimension.
How much gold do we have collectively?
Right now I have 404
Hey, you
gold.
pocket
You have
change.
404?
I told you about that diamond deal, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. I have 136, so you could get a bag of holding. And we can always pickpocket more gold,
Mm-hmm.
Rogues and all.
Yeah.
We'd have to pitch in on that together. Which might be a good idea, just to store stuff.
We will need a bag of holding
That's
even
if you're
after
willing
we
to give
leave
up
the
your
city.
No, bag of holding is useful.
Okay.
You can dump armor and stuff in there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good.
So,
Mhm.
get a bag of holding then.
Now,
We don't have to
Miranda
deal
never
with
later.
Agatha for it.
Oh my gosh,
You
yes.
are able to find what appears to be a very nice, in the same store, like a purse almost. It's a black
Ivan's
gray.
Underdark necessities.
It's a black leather, like a clutch purse, but it has like the little chain that you can wrap around,
Okay.
and you just reach in there and it's a whole bag of
Okay,
holding
you
in
know what,
there.
in that case, that would work perfectly, because we don't have to get you a fancy sword, because you could just stick your sword in the bag of holding. I'd pull it out from you.
I'm all for this.
The latch is like a gold bead, but there's a spider's jaw, and it goes down and starts, bites on it and holds it shut.
I hate
We're in
you
the
so
Underdark,
much.
you're just gonna have to get used
I
to this.
hate this
Is all,
so
How much is it?
That's 500.
Okay.
is all the armor and stuff going to fit in a clutch opening?
Bag of holding.
Yeah, but no, like the opening.
Basically you can squeeze it so it's just like this, but you can squeeze it open like that.
Mhm.
As long as you can get one part and you just, it's cartoon.
It
physics,
melts
you
in.
can-
Okay.
It'll fit.
It's like the Santa Claus when he fits on the chimney.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Somehow.
So bag of holding then.
Sweet.
I
Do I
can-
get to hold it?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
how much are we taking off?
I can spend all the 136 I have, because my character is good. 'Cause I can get
Wait, how much was it?
It was 500, so
How much are you guys pitching in?
they don't have money.
Oh, you, okay.
I have 25 gold.
Okay.
Whoa. I'm going through Google
So you would
Translate,
lose
just getting names
364.
perhaps. Maori's a fun language because you either get really funny
How
stuff
much
or
did you have to
stuff.
begin with? 404.
I got Pungo, where?
You have 40 left.
The city of Where?
Exactly? Yeah, exactly 40.
I don't have any more gold.
You have gold.
Do I?
Yeah.
Did you take mine?
No.
Yay.
A lady must have gold on her.
Yes.
Her handmaid has more than her.
Which is fine. Alrighty. One more level we go.
So you wait around in the area for a while. And then you're able
And
to pick
redo
up.
your makeup to make it better if possible.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom
And you
really
need to
quick.
change.
Excuse me.
You just wait!
You go to the powder room.
Alright.
Just gonna go powder my face back to the right color.
Oh dear.
Sylas, while you're hanging outside, I'd like you to make a perception check.
Oh, I'm amazing at those.
Is it any different because you've seen through Bertram?
I don't think Bertram's any better at it than I am. But
Bat?
I was just wondering if there's a difference.
It's a bat, right?
I mean, I guess if you're actively looking out of his eyes, it'd be this your perception. Just
They are blind.
you're just using
so-
his eyes.
They have the blind sense thing, and they
yeah,
have.
echolocation.
Oh, yeah, right.
Do they have advantage for hearing perception checks?
Yeah.
They do.
Cool. This is sight, so.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Should my turn?
Although actually, Bertram is better at looking than I am. He has a positive modifier.
Nice.
I do not.
What'd you roll?
I roll a 5.
What's the total?
5.
Oh.
Like I have no modifier.
Looking around, man, it's kind of dark in here, and
I don't really look around. I'm just.
it's
I look down and Bertram just kind of turns his head.
yeah. You've been in some various cityscapes before. This is a city like any other. However, this is one of the times, and you've been in a few situations like this where you have not been high on the totem pole. This is probably one of the first times you've been this low on the totem pole.
It's been a long time.
I
don't like it.
Yeah, not the most pleasant experience for you. And that's what you observe. You missed the 12 daggers you got. I'm kidding.
Did you miss the fact that you're dead?
I don't know. I'm kind of hard to kill.
So you head up another level, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There is, at this point, a few more guards than there were at the first check-in gate. The higher you go, the higher security. What's your order going through the machine? The TSA thing?
Whatever would be the most common for a group of this party. So I don't know if that means the lady or the guard goes first.
Quite possibly a guard first. Lady might want to go in the middle. She might want to go to the end. She might want to walk through first and let her guards go behind her in case riffraff happens behind her.
You have to be in front because you speak Undercommon.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'll bring up the rear.
Okay.
You get to go in the front.
Mm-hmm. Then
You're right
lady,
after.
slave
Then the
man.
servant, and then the guard.
All right.
'Cause the guard has to keep the eye on the slave. Even though the guard isn't much more than a slave.
Bertram's just looking at you.
Slave with benefits.
It's called a consort.
Oh, I meant.
So you head up. I had one of the guards.
Same
Excuse me.
riddle.
Hello, lady. What is your purpose in this level of Sidbourne?
Dealings with slave trade.
I see. Will you be needing any help?
No, thank you.
All right. Set the machine,
I'm
please.
fine.
All right. So you go through the machine first, or the?
The machine.
I'm thinking TSA like.
we'll call it the machine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
sure.
We'll call it
The gateway. You walk through the gate.
The
The
magic
gate's
machine.
name is the machine.
Second through is Nilo, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Right.
Twang.
Walk through
Lady
the
Twang.
gate. You walk through the gate. You walk through the gate
Mhm.
last. I make a wisdom save.
Is always
making
the
so many
last
wisdom
person?
Trying to, yeah.
That is a 15.
15. Okay. Cool.
This was the last person.
You
feel
do.
Who has the highest wisdom?
Not me.
You do feel that little tickle at the back of your neck, and you do look up, and there is.
No, that's
similar
that's
to-
something I'd expect.
Yeah. There's various security checkpoints. Yeah.
Surprisingly. So strong.
So you head up,
Jeez.
and you start heading towards the market region.
Yeah.
Follow
Alright.
the money.
You
We're gonna go
walk
to the
around,
people trade.
making stepping out of the way whenever somebody more important than you appears to be
course.
walking through. Nilo,
Oh no, it's a
you
bundle.
you kind of escaped some of the family, sit still, look pretty type of thing. Before everything went horribly wrong, and you did your adventuring stuff.
Tell it been bad.
This dress is a little tight. The boning will probably stop an arrow, maybe help. It's a little tight.
I'm not used to this. This is why I had sisters.
And
Who's carrying the bag of holding?
Because it's
she-
like a purse.
Oh boy, he
It
gets
has
you
my sword.
right
and
next to
your
the spider.
other armor and stuff in it, and your old clothes, and
I
yeah.
on your hip.
Ugh,
and
no.
it's
Stop.
very uncomfortable for you because people are speaking in a language you don't speak. You said your level of that air of authority you carry fits in, but you know very quickly if anyone talks to you, they're gonna know you don't fit in, and that's all gonna go out the window. It's very, haha, keep looking at me, but don't talk, please, and it's very uncomfortable.
Please don't talk to me, peasants.
People for that.
This is not stressful at all.
You head a bit further up, and you do find a marketplace. It is starting to close down for
Oh, is it nighttime?
the time it is. There's like an enforced curfew in this particular area
Yeah.
for risk of theft.
Yeah.
And you're
No,
getting
we need to spend the night.
a little near here. Where? So where do you want to go?
I'm assuming there's a records office or something. there?
Records.
Okay.
Money.
We're looking for records of Captain Miranda the last time she was here. We have business with her.
Look
That's
through.
what I'm telling you as we're walking up.
I want to say things.
I'm still speaking in undercommon, by
I
the way.
know. I hate this.
For all you know, they're leading you to your death.
Yeah.
So,
Are there any flaunty rich people around?
oh yes, a few.
You mean besides us?
We're not met.
Yeah.
I think
Not yet.
having lost all my gold, I might pick a pocket.
Okay. A sleight of hand check.
This could be really bad.
Are you using your hand or are you using your mage hand?
Oh,
Ah.
well I already rolled,
Oh.
It wouldn't change what.
and it's an 18, so
Cool.
It's fine. Rogue. It's fine.
It's an 18.
Doesn't
Don't be
notice.
worried. You did. Nobody else noticed. The three of us don't notice.
You're able to, as somebody is, some type of either banker or trader of some type, has various bags of gold. He's belted to his waist. You find a smallish bag. You're able to kind of pluck it out without him noticing.
No, I said bank
and you're
account.
able to
Start gathering interest.
get
I
19
would
gold
like to
from
put
that.
3 copper
Yay.
pieces.
I'll be back in 300 years.
I'll be back here soon. How soon? I don't know, like 900
Totally forgot
years.
about huge hands.
Give
That
it
sounds
like a century.
reasonable. That sounds reasonable. We don't know yet, though.
Be here in a few millennia.
Tell your grandchildren about me.
To the records office.
Alright, so you head up to the records office.
To go read the stuff.
So, as you head up, you enter a room, a building that has, this is much more familiar to you. Scribes,
Books.
numbers, money trading hands, probably some crooked dealing somewhere.
Do you smell that? It smells like corruption.
Yes.
There is a female drow at the front desk. She appears to be the woman in charge.
You're looking for records of when Miranda last came.
Yeah, what can I help you with? Speak up, I only got it all day.
Captain Miranda.
My lady requires records for
Captain Miranda.
the recent whereabouts of Captain Miranda.
We have business.
We have business to deal with her.
Oh, that cheeky dot. What do you want with
I don't
that?
know what you're looking for.
What was that?
What do you want with the cheeky dot?
What is that? You're gonna have to. I'm guessing that's not. It's like slang or something.
What do you want with the cheeky tart?
Oh.
That is not what I heard.
Hey, you can hear whatever you
We
want.
have, we have unfinished business with her.
We have unfinished business. She failed to
Deliver.
uphold on a
End
deal.
of the deal.
So many broken contracts.
Dice.
He's rolling dice. Get down.
Take cover!
Make a deck save.
I dive into the bag of holding.
Yeah, she was a little light. Let me check the records. I'll roll back.
Make a charisma save.
She walks into the back,
No.
I actually had a joke for this.
comes back forward. Hey, I got some of the paperwork, but it's in the back if you want to follow me.
Alright then.
So,
Yes.
you all
We
follow
don't know
her
what he's saying.
into another room.
I'm assuming if there's any specific commands I give them, it'd be in. Do you either of you do you speak Elvish?
Nope.
Okay.
Ah.
Well, I'd mutter it quietly in common then, as pointedly as I can.
Like collectively
But
as
we're
a
all in the
party,
back
we
anyways.
common.
You could take forever and say it in Thieves' Cant.
Yes.
It would just take, a year.
Yeah, okay, alright. Captain Miranda. Let me check her foil we got here. Let me actually check her.
I think this is how this is the second drow we've come into contact with. that had like, and the first one like had a fake accent. I'm now assuming this is how all drow talk.
Well, I mean, you've probably heard them talking as you're walking to the city, though. So.
I'm just like,
Yeah, she's late
I
on a
would
couple
imagine
of
more-
guild payments. She did say something about needing to get revenge on some elf.
Don't look at me.
I don't know who that can be.
It's like,
Said she might be delayed by about a month, and it's been 3. Wait, let me check. Yeah, 2. Close enough. She's been gone for stretches of time before, but this is a bit long for her. So, what exactly was it that she promised you?
I think he knows that by now. It's our cover story after all.
We agreed on some purchasing of slaves.
Alright, she left a bit of paperwork here for anyone who's for some unfinished business if she was out. You got a name?
It'd be under her name.
But it would be under Lady
Twan.
Lady Swan. Just peeking around the corner.
What's her name again? Make a deception check.
Oh,
ah,
Oh dear.
fake names.
it's almost 16. Oh wait, no, that's 19.
Okay. She.
Dot got me.
Yeah, it's not on the list. Might have.
Different city.
Was she heading on the way out of town when you made the arrangement?
Yes.
Make another deception check.
I mean, yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's much better.
26.
Okay. Guess she just slipped her mind to write it down here. She might be back sometime soon. We don't have any specific details about, you know what, let me check something out. I'll be right back. And she stands up and walks out. And a few moments pass. A few moments more.
This isn't good.
And you hear a different set of footfalls heading towards the office.
What kind of footfalls?
Heavier.
Yeah, this would be.
About,
Unique
maybe
clanking?
2 or 3 people. A
Oh,
little bit
boy.
of clanking.
No.
Is this a sound that would make me worried?
Yes.
I'm going to.
Actually,
Yeah.
roll an insight check.
But your bat is here.
8!
This should be perception. Never mind. I'm sorry. Roll perception.
Perception?
I'm sorry.
So should I re-roll that?
Yeah,
or-
re-roll that. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
I said
good.
the wrong thing.
Oh, that's much better. 21.
You've heard different types of footsteps.
I've heard many feet in my time.
Some that sound like they're walking with purpose, as this does, and
What color shoes are they?
some that correspond to certain type of clothing. The swish of fancy skirts or robes, the heavy and rough sounds of workers' clothing, the clink of armor. This is both some robes and armor. This is the footfall of a drow priestess.
So this is something I would be concerned about as a drow male, but I don't...
I'm going to send Aurora out
Okay.
outside if I can.
All right.
I am
I'm going to be looking through her eyes. Is that records person with them too?
She is not.
Okay.
I'm in danger.
I'm not.
And it's how many sets of footballs you said? 3, so there's 3 people.
3 people.
You can take them.
Thrice they come.
We outnumber them 2 to 1.
Well, I'm going to quickly
We're
relay
turning
in
Aurora.
common my suspicions. We might be okay, but things might get dirty.
You mean dirtier than we already are?
Yes.
Great.
The footfalls run around the corner, and you see a woman. She's about 5'10". She is wearing scale mail armor incorporated into spider silk robes. She's wearing a silver like tiara that has chains and a spiderweb pattern of silver heading down, which goes into a veil kind of covering her face in general, made out of some sort of black, like spider web pattern. And she looks over you.
I'm scared.
Okay.
And two people just explode into spiders.
No! Stop! No!
And the spiders could join to make
I
a
have a very
giant
clear
spider.
visual of that happening.
She points at Sylas
Me?
and asks, Nilo,
You are the spokesperson.
Yes, I know.
alright,
In what language?
now why don't you tell me in common
Oh,
where you go with this one?
this slave?
Yeah.
We had captured him from above. We had captured him from a passing caravan that was going between cities above ground.
Well, that's interesting, because we got a couple others like him around the city.
Ooh, what?
Yep,
More?
came in on their own.
We could
They're
have a
boys now.
collection. Ooh, I want that.
What did she say? Dead?
Yeah, several other have entered the city and they're now dead.
Got it.
Interesting. How'd that happen?
Especially interesting that this only happened in the past couple months.
Now, isn't that suspicious?
And they all have the same signet ring.
Is that not in the bag?
Signet
Is that not in the bag of holding?
No.
Oh!
I need it for my spellcasting.
That's right, because otherwise you would be,
Next to useless.
yeah, kind of stuck.
I doubt there's any connection there.
X to doubt
Wouldn't that be
much.
persuasion though? Because he might not know of a connection.
No, he's lying.
Are you lying or are you?
Yeah.
Blissfully
Which one's
ignorant.
higher? Is your deception or your
My
perception?
Totally making
Okay,
this
this is
up.
a lie. You're lying.
He's totally making this up.
Ooh, that's nice. That's a 27.
And where'd you get that one?
That would be my brother.
I was talking about you, wise guy.
Oh! I was hired recently.
Where you from?
What was it again?
Wait. Am I missing something?
So quick.
I clearly missed something.
Do you remember where we're from?
Your name?
Roll history to remember.
Everybody
Yes!
roll history.
Roll history.
Yeah.
See
Please.
if you remember. I'll tell you.
10 plus 13.
Zit Farty, yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, it was Sid Vardy.
She just kind of looks at it.
Would that also be a deception roll on top of that?
The door closes.
We're all gonna die.
Why don't you, y'all have a seat?
I'm gonna stand in the back still, because I'm a guard.
I'm
Or
super.
whatever I would do. Naturally.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just like, wait.
Whatever a slave does. Yeah. That's what
So
we do.
this woman goes
You
and she
two would
sits
sit
down at the large, ornate desk. It's very interesting. It's imported wood.
From the overworld?
But not all of
What you imported?
Weird stuff might happen. Who knows?
Got some,
Make it out of mushrooms like in Minecraft.
So in the past, about 2 months, some people like Whitey over here have been coming into our city. Pretty good at sneaking around, trying to find something, trying to find what? A weakness, trying to find an old friend, trying to find a weakness. I already said that.
Yep, now you're just repeating yourself.
So,
Our weaknesses.
the signet ring. Someone wears a necklace. Someone have it as a brand. What's it mean?
She talking to me?
She's talking to you specifically.
Oh,
In common.
She's already seen it.
She knows.
She's already seen it.
She actually pulls out a necklace, and she has 2 other rings like it on the
She's
necklace.
killing them.
I'm not prepared for this.
You sound too pompous for a slave.
What's your guy's name that you talk to? What's his name?
Vinny?
Vincent.
Vincent.
Vincent's in the back, just like. Ah! She knows too much. She
Take her out!
The paperwork for this.
There goes my
I have to
raise!
send out so many letters to all those poor
There aren't
families.
enough hours in the day for
Oh,
that
there goes my Prius!
My employee benefits! Yeah, it's like 0 days without incidents.
He's like, didn't I tell you to be careful? Ah!
I told you you're too pretty for the Underdark!
I am too pretty for the Underdark.
I think he's heavily armored.
She's wearing scale mail.
And the other two.
That's like medium armor.
That's like a, yeah.
And the other two.
One is wearing studded leather and has a shield. And the other apparently is just wearing robes and no type of armor at all.
Okay. So there's 2 potential mages, one just regular soldier man.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it seems like.
Anyway, as I was trying to say before questions happened,
Sorry.
the symbol denotes belonging to a certain organization above ground.
And would your organization have an interest in the Underdark?
Honestly, I don't know.
Don't trust you with that kind of information?
I'm just a humble contracts broker. Somebody broke a contract and I have come to enforce it. Or at least that's what I was trying to do before my current circumstances.
And you were looking for Miranda.
These people are.
Roll deception on that one.
Ah!
Not necessarily lying, but
Persuasion or deception, whichever's higher.
they're both the same for me.
Okay, never mind.
That is a 22.
So,
She just doesn't like any of your answers.
so she hired you to find Miranda? She hired you to find Miranda?
Actually, I hired them.
I'll see. Do you know who hired you?
Of course.
And do you know where they came from?
Do I know where Vincent came from?
Vincent is on some continental area somewhere as an information broker. Probably he was handed the file and then he handed information to you.
So he's not even the head.
Yeah. That'd be my actual boss.
So, whoever took out the contract, you don't necessarily know.
No, not necessarily.
Until recently, Captain Miranda is one of our top import people. She had contacts above ground, and she brought quite a few people below ground. We kind of a hub of the drow underworld here. A lot of bodies come through here. A lot of bodies leave. We go through slips quite frequently. She was a good supplier.
That's what my information has led me to understand.
So what I'm curious about is why they tried sneaking in instead of talking to someone who might have hired them directly. There's plenty of people here who want to see Captain Miranda brought back. In chains or on our ship one way or another.
Well, I believe her ship has been requisitioned.
She only have the one?
From my understanding. Although I believe didn't the Red Legion give her another one? I think I found that out.
You heard there was another Captain Miranda, but that was conflicting with your other
That's
information.
true.
Time frame.
That's what you heard.
Yeah, but
Or do you have notes of another ship?
I do have notes of another ship. The Crimson Queen. Or being a stalker.
Oh, is it that note?
Yes.
No, we still don't know what it means.
Still don't know.
I still don't know what it means, but I think the Crimson Queen was that what?
That is a ship that's associated with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's not her new ship. Her old ship
that
was the
ship
Macabre.
is like the flagship of the Red Ravens,
Yeah.
of which she is a member. So she's associated with that ship.
I got off topic. What did the class say?
About a ship.
Did she only have the one ship?
As far as my information above ground has led me to believe, yes.
Well, isn't that quite a bit sloppy of her? I propose we come to an arrangement. I want to know two things. I want to know where Miranda is, and if she can be brought back. Now, I want to know who hired her.
Well,
I suspect you don't know that one yourself.
well, I too would very much like to know where Miranda is, and my contract does specify to take her in alive if possible.
So this sounds more and more like it's not someone with a grudge. It sounds like someone with a plan.
I should hope they have a plan.
I mean, for me, it's a grudge.
Good to know.
Him, it's a grudge. Her, it's money. Him, he was victim of circumstance.
He's ours now.
He's a male. They're all victims of circumstance. You should say it that way.
You
Good.
know
I'm
better.
not dumb.
You know better. You're right, I am a terrible thing. What?
I don't really want to talk about my organization in front of you three.
Alright, how about this? We're all gonna go to a place where no one exactly will find us.
I don't like this plan.
I have some
Sounds like
slaves who
a graveyard.
largely will match your descriptions. We stage a bit of an accident. Their bodies go out. Oh no, how tragic. And you help me with a few problems. And I make your journey in our lovely city a little easier.
What exactly would be the nature of these problems?
Well, part of the problems is
We have a lawyer.
not all the way on the top. That's a problem. I don't expect you to get me all the way there, but a little bit of push might help. You are the problems I have. As I get more and more Cockney instead of Aussie.
This accent has evolved so much.
Well, I realize if you screw up any accent, it just goes South African.
It just gets more annoying.
So, here's my problem. Someone's been sending people to investigate our problems from up top. And I don't know what type of terrible idea that is. So either someone is bad at management, or someone's got more info than they're letting on it, or somebody's made a deal. I'm not part of it.
Well,
The way I see it is either I have a rival, or we just have some poor soul who needs to get out of my way.
yes, well, I'm sure you can understand an organization with a pyramid structure. Those at the top only letting those at the bottom know what they need to know. So I'm sure any current problems or past problems you may be experiencing are merely flaws in the system. And I'll be sure to explain such when I next speak with my handler.
Alright. I do want to try one thing real quick, just so we're all clear.
It's gonna be Zone of Truth!
Yeah.
That wasn't so bad.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, that could have been worse.
And this whole dealing is going pretty good.
So far. I haven't had to make any decisions. It's been great.
Yeah, to just choose which dress you want to wear.
Not really.
And even then, yeah.
Even then, it was just kind of like, I think I like that.
I don't know, Ben has to draw it.
What do you want to draw?
She summons this thing.
Whoa!
Ah!
It's a Yockel.
What does it
Wait,
do?
the tree-looking thing?
Yeah, the candle tree looking thing. It's medium sized and as a poor weapon. Just so we're all clear. I got some friends on the other side. And it might be a little bit under your best interest to cooperate. Just food for thought. Now, might we go make that accident happen?
She's threatening us. She's threatening us.
Of course, but why don't we draw up some paperwork, make this official, have some guarantees.
I like this plan.
Yeah, we'll do that in my place.
Alright, lead on.
Alright.
Ah!
The Yockel,
Ugh.
it starts spitting out these waxy, gooey tendrils that start segmenting into arms, and then it shifts in form and blackens into the shape of a spider.
Demons.
I'm out. Nope. Nope.
Looks over. Hey, Yogi, I don't think this one's gonna work. Why don't you do something a little less conspicuous? And there's here some. Anyone speak infernal?
I speak infernal.
Sorry, Abyssal.
Why?
I don't speak Abyssal.
No.
Because
No.
devils make contracts.
Abyssal?
Abyssal? No.
Sorry. He's a demon, not a devil. I said
But
wrong.
does he speak deep? That's the most
yes,
important
he must.
question.
You hear some gibbering in
You know,
Abyssal.
make a deal with
and
the devil.
And it grows in form and looks at you, and its face turns into your twin.
Wait, now we have
Smiles.
triplets.
Wait. Oh, his twin?
Yeah.
His twin, who's a twin of you. It's a
Yes.
copy of a copy.
We have
but
triplets,
female
guys!
You guys,
I'm so happy.
We're getting 3 people killed
all
today.
walk towards the
No, 4 people. 4 people killed today. Isn't that fun?
How
the ways up, and as you start heading through several more of the security checkpoints, you notice that the priestess sort of just waves from the side and walks right through with you guys in tow.
Ooh, I like that woman.
I
I want to be her.
And you find yourself in front of a decent-sized mansion, about the 3rd level from the top.
Ooh.
We got high up.
And Ayo, you notice
And you thought I was going to be a few.
that people have definitely noticed you, and it's almost like you've been paraded a little longer around, so that people notice that she's been walking with you.
Wait. So
Yeah.
people know that
She's
we are
getting
with the
ready.
priestess.
Uh,
Us.
she walks in.
Instantly uncomfortable, muttering under my throat, I want to slit her throat.
Under you.
Under my breath.
Under my
I
Throw
want
your
to-
voice
under
under
my-
your throat.
Ah!
As you head into the mansion, you see that there is a row of slaves lined up, and there's several male blonde slaves, varying heights, but look similar-ish to you.
I think she has a type.
And you notice there's a few imprisoned drow who look sort of similar to you. Few look similar to you, and
Where did she get all of these?
and a male drow about your height and build. Right.
He's like a dime a dozen.
Kind of looks around, calls one of them out. Alright, it's your lucky day. You too? Alright. I have a great plan for you. The rest, get out. Alright. Now, let's all come with me. We have that thing to discuss. It's going to be very interesting. We confuse a lot of people. She kind of heads up to a balcony where you see that, make a perception check.
All of us?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
That is a dirty 20. Oh wait, no, not a perception. That's a 23.
Okay, alright.
12.
24.
So good.
24?
What?
Alright.
Natural or?
Yep.
No.
As you walk in, you kind of like go to lean against one of the statues in the room. And the statue immediately slaps your hand
Whom?
at yours.
Oh.
As it's not a statue, it's a drow elite warrior.
I thought it was a gargoyle.
And you notice that the entire back wall has been lined with several elite. And now this
Bring out the red card.
woman begins talking to the slave. Now, alright, you got a very important job. You gotta impersonate these people. It's gonna be very interesting. Gonna pull quite interesting things. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
What do we notice with our perception?
You notice that there's a lot of security here.
They're never going to leave
If
this
anything
place.
sketchy happens, I'm holding my action to dash.
Gotcha.
Out.
Gotcha.
Like if
You're not
a
gonna
fight
make it.
breaks out that is clearly against me.
Ah.
Good to know.
Because if they die or the copies die, I'm okay. But if anyone targets me, I'm out of there.
So a little bit of time passes, and clothing is brought out and put on them that's similar to what you guys have been wearing. You actually notice that some of the clothing you're wearing is some of what you have is like standard issue from your group that they give out. Some of it is stuff you picked out of necessity, and they have somebody else's kit. And they're putting him in it. It looks close enough to yours.
That's poor Yorick. Should have put more into that 401k.
Some more conversation happens, and they're taken out. They go out into the balcony,
Taken out.
and as they walk into the middle of the street, a carriage drives by, breakneck speed, drawn by some salamander-like creature, and stops right in front of them. Several drow elite pop out crossbows and begin shooting them.
The copies?
The copies. The drow elite in front of the mansion rush forward and begin engaging in combat with the with this random drive-by shooters, killing one of them, wounding another. Another gets off completely scot-free, and a few stray bullets happen to hit the duplicates just for good measure. You observe this from a closed window, a while away. Alright. And as far as the city of Sidbourne is concerned, you're all dead. My name's Eva. Welcome to the world down under.
Eva?
Or ever.
E-V... It's I-E, but she doesn't bother to enunciate it, so it's E-V, but she prefers it Eva, because she doesn't care. Now, I think it's time we talk a little bit. One-on-one. I'll get to you last.
Saving the best for last.
So first, you and...
You can speak Elvish, it's fine. You can say your
You've been speaking common most of this time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
She was speaking in common. I can speak in common.
Yeah. It's the
You
common-
have something in common.
Oh my gosh. No.
You're an elf. She's an elf.
Yeah, but we're more like.
She's rich. You're poor.
She's a drow, you're pretending to be a drow.
It's like you're the same person.
I don't think you guys know how elves work.
So, what brings you to the city of Sidbourne, the lovely, wonderful metropolis of all that's great and good in the world?
Well, it definitely isn't the sightseeing.
Yeah, pretty much what it's starting to see is the giant green fungus. Or is that a moss? Never really learned.
I think it's a moth. Anyway.
Actually, it's a lichen. It's actually both.
You just see Sylas walking. Technically.
He like opens up a book. Right here, you see.
Next to the Myconids.
Ugh. No, though technically I'm here under contract.
Oh yeah, I'll take it that Blondie over there likes his contracts.
Just a bit. He's a bit obsessive. I don't know.
It's safe for people to stick to those.
I suppose. It's not really my thing.
It's nice to have other people under contract. Gives you a reason to lash out if things go wrong.
True.
So...
Why are you rolling? Are you lying to me?
So, here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
What
I just
about-
cast Zone of Truth.
Well, I've got several problems that I'd like taken care of.
The spider
And,
is
I can't handle this! I'm under too much stress!
Turns out, Eva's actually just a spider. Rolling really good deception.
Stop it!
It's like metamorphosis.
Now,
except for spider instead of a cockroach.
Ugh.
Now, there's, I'm kind of wondering about this contract of yours. If you'd, is it flexible in any way?
I mean, if you'd like to see it, you can. Stop. No. I don't know what to say anymore. No. Well, I mean, if you'd like to look at it, you can.
Alright, take a look-see.
Alright, hand over the contract so she can take a look at it.
Alright, ooh, 93.
Ben, stop screwing around!
I just rolled a 93.
So close.
So, looks it over. Alright. Alright. I think I got an idea of how this guy does his contracts. Now, does he have a copy of it?
Of what?
Contract.
His? Mine?
Your contract.
All of
He
them?
always has a copy.
Yes.
That's a shame.
He's a good lawyer.
Well, yes, the only thing to really talk about is,
What are you really hiding?
here's the thing. As much as I would love to see Miranda back in town, it's, she can easily be replaced.
Okay.
You know, it's not that hard to find somebody else who, has the same, moral philosophy, I guess you could say.
Yes. My God.
I think
Why
even,
you-
oh my gosh, I did it again.
Sorry, I rolled a 5 and
Stop it!
I rolled a 55 and I rolled an 88.
Oh my
Excited.
gosh. Okay.
I rolled a 33.
Dang it. Yeah, okay, it's done.
I just want to know
First
what
person
she's
to roll
gonna
100
say.
wins.
Oh, dang it. Oh, so close. I rolled a 009. So,
Continue
you,
with your pressure.
Could
well,
be
think
worse.
even
Could
somebody
be like
perhaps
petting
like,
a
you
giant
could even fill that goal.
jumping spider.
I mean, possibly? Are you offering me a job?
If competition be taken out. But what I'm more concerned about is, where the orders came from.
Well, if you're asking me, I don't actually know.
Figured. But the more ears to the
Hidden
ground, the
behind
better.
legalese.
More ears you have to the ground, the better. More likely I am to find an answer. And, I'm asking you to be my
Part
eyes
is the
and ears.
first part.
I'm asking you to be my eyes and ears.
Of course, I can do that.
Alright.
It's the bet.
The bat's in charge.
The bat is actually a great old one.
Yes. Exactly.
Alright, well,
Yes.
hopefully we don't have to talk too much, but might have more info for you later.
Alright, what?
Send
Like to leave.
send the other lady in.
I like how the best part is you two are still disguised, so.
Lady L, it's your turn.
Away.
Away. Away.
Away. Away.
Away with you.
Go
Away,
away.
come.
Go away.
Away, come here. No, you go away and away. No, I mean, but just send them all in. I'll point to the one I want to leave.
You're insufferable! No, not you! That character is still alive.
You're... I mean, he kind of... Never mind.
He's
Yeah. They're all dead.
Oh, what's he looking for?
Things.
Okay.
Stay
things and stuffs and things.
Trying to figure out more ways to kill us. Yay.
You could just roll more dice.
I really don't like that. It's so unnerving.
Since they clearly know you're not a slave anymore, do you want your things back?
That would be nice.
We can just say I handed that to you back at some point.
Cool.
Guards are totally watching, but you
I mean,
Can I kiss your
So,
dad?
I'd like to sew the leather armor at some point.
away
Keep on
You're
forgetting
currently-
that I have it.
in the room.
How can you
So,
offer this organization? What is your biggest weakness?
are you really from around here? Are you from one of those, heard a report that there was, few drow who decided to leave. One of them coming back for some reason.
No, I'm not.
Alright. So,
That's a truthful answer.
what brings you exactly here?
Captain Miranda. That's all I'm interested in.
Is it about, revenge?
Of sorts.
Ooh.
Oh.
So, tell me,
Spill
Do
the
tell.
tea.
what did she do to you? Or is it just
Spill.
because she's one of those surface elves?
You're not like,
It's
well,
like-
you know, there was this whole diamond thing that happened.
Yeah. It's more along the lines of she wants revenge on me.
Ah. Got it.
What?
So, here's how things go. And I don't want you telling the others all about this, alright?
Alright then.
Now, I don't trust you, but I think you might see things my way. Blondie out there. Someone's been sending people like him
I
into
have
my
a
death.
name.
I want to know.
I'm more than
Who
just
is
a
doing
pretty
that?
face.
I want to know why. Miranda can easily be replaced. So I'm wondering why they're going to the border of finding her specifically.
Sent a message.
Now,
Catch.
I want you
every
to be
smuggler dropping cargo
well, as
for
me as,
sights
alright?
of an Imperial cruiser.
find out what's going on.
Sure.
Alright
Give me a
then.
little bit of
She
intel.
sucks. I
I
mean,
mean,
she's
full
more
disclosure,
than-
I've
I
only
can't
known
say
him for
And you can.
a couple days.
I didn't want to.
That's alright. Best not to get
I'm a
attached.
Christian. I think these
You
things
know,
are
if, just so you know,
TV say it for
as
me.
long as you're in Sidbourne, as long as you're in the surrounding area, the action out there could be you.
that is a threat.
Just,
Ooh.
Keep that in mind.
Incorrect. That is a promise.
alright, now, send Blondie in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Threats are not a guarantee.
yeah, send Blondie in.
What was that?
Send Blondie in.
I thought I was
Oh,
going to be
okay.
last.
She doesn't want him.
I am just a male drow. I am of no importance.
He's obviously not important.
Alright.
That's why it's the perfect plan.
I'm secretly the mastermind. I am Miranda.
Dun dun dun! She's been playing us for fools!
Doesn't she usually though?
No, Idris plays her for fools. It was great.
So, what brings it to the Underdark?
I believe that's been established already.
Yeah, I know, but, you had some, well, let's not call them friends, but,
Associates.
didn't know if perhaps there's anything you left out. Guess you don't want to tell them.
But I'm just here to ensure that the finer points of Miranda's contract are fulfilled. Specifically those detailing her negligence.
Something's really fishy about that to me. Not on your end, necessarily. I don't think that, anyone would have told you. But would anyone from your associates have, contacts inside Sidbourne?
Not that I'm aware of. Although my handler did strongly suggest that I not come to the Underdark before later changing his tune and encouraging me to come here.
Any idea as to what made him change his mind?
The GM decided to go with an Underdark campaign.
Ah.
Oh no. We're in
Um,
a campaign now.
Oh dear.
I'm not sure.
What? Just a little thing real quick. And how does this work? Okay. Is your armor class less than 19?
Yes.
Okay. She tosses a metal ball at your chest, and boom, and something iron bands wrap out from around it and circle you, and you are now restrained.
Kinky.
The Sylas is restrained.
Roy, here's how things go. Somebody's been sending people like you into the Underdark. Do you know anything about that?
No idea.
Now here's the other thing. They've also been looking for Miranda. If someone from inside wanted to send them, why didn't they just get an escort? Why were they told to sneak in? Well,
Someone from inside? Are you talking about another drow?
yeah. And if it's not for someone from inside, who wants Miranda working with us? Does she got an ulterior motive?
Everyone has an ulterior motive. I mean, do you think I'm in this for the money? I mean, that's a nice bonus, but that's not why I'm doing this.
So why don't you tell me? What you in it for?
I'm doing this to escape death.
Yeah. Yeah, there's ways to do that.
Get stabbed.
I don't mean, like, if I don't do this, I'll be killed. More in the pursuit of life, liberty, and immortality type of thing.
Alright, so do you have contact to your handler?
Yes.
Find a way to get info from him. And try to find a way to find out who issued the orders. Because either someone's trying to undermine me, or someone's really stupid and needs to be taken care of.
Well, I don't think they're stupid. They've been at this for a long time. They're more than likely trying to undermine you.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Now, just one last thing before we go. Why don't you make a con save?
I want you to make a con save real quick. Okay.
Whatever you say.
I can't get my dice out. I'm restrained.
Could you roll for me? I'll just tell you what the modifier is. Ooh, that is a 22.
22, okay. Math.
And you take
Nah.
150 points of damage.
Okay,
Spider damage.
she touches her stone desk in front of her. And from the point, suddenly like a small portal opens up. And skittering out of that, spiders, crawling all over you, giving you a lot of small bites. You take 15 points, that's halved, to be saved. 15 points of piercing damage. And they just kind of sit and stay in the area.
Ugh.
Like on him?
Yeah, kind of all around. Now, I'm not a big fan of people trying to undermine me. I'm sure you aren't a big fan of people trying to undermine you. But, sometimes they just have a way of getting under your skin. I need you to repeat the con save.
19.
Alright, so you say it again. You take 12 points of piercing damage.
literally like all
Half
of my
again.
nightmares.
That's half, yeah. It was 24. Sorry, it was 25, but yeah. So, basically, find out who is involved. Find out a little bit more about yourself. You know, self-exploration. Find out why they changed their tune so fast. And, maybe, I don't know, try not to get killed. Got it?
It'd be much easier to have the spiders.
Alright. She sort of pats you on the cheek. One more for the road. Make one more con save.
16.
16.
Okay.
That barely saves.
That's good.
This is cute. How are you feeling?
Good.
Cute.
25 again, so half to 12.
Good thing none of us have healing.
Yeah.
Hey!
I have fake healing.
I have sleeping.
I have
She
running.
waves her hand, and the spiders kind of just fizzle away into smoke with a horrifically sweet but terrible smell.
Kind of like death.
Now, are we,
Death doesn't come on 8 legs.
we have an understanding?
I believe so.
I have a room you can work from.
Excellent.
Oh, she has a
I got some clothes that will be different from the other folks who walked in here. Alright, keep your head on a swivel and your ear to the ground. She says a command word, and the band's. See you later.
Indeed.
You are escorted, you two, to a small-ish room. It's a bit larger than the room we're currently in. There are several cots put in, as well as one or two, like one full-size table and then a smaller like work table. There are a few chairs. They're nice quality, but these are clearly the wobbly chair that no one wants in the dining room.
Because that one leg is just slightly shorter.
And it's that table that's fancy but not fancy enough to be in the living room and all that type of stuff.
Okay.
Swim to the room for bugs.
We are in here now.
Don't you mean spiders?
Spiders are bugs.
Are they?
Yes. Bugs is just a collective term for.
Creepy crawly things.
Yeah. Like, spiders aren't insects.
Right.
They're arachnids. but
That's what I was
they're
thinking
bugs.
of.
They are bugs.
They're the worst kind.
Worms and snails are like borderline bugs.
I don't think of a snail as a bug.
Mollusk.
Hey, he's the son of biology teacher. He knows
I
what
know,
he's
I'm
talking
just
about.
saying.
I think it was a creepy crawling though.
More like a squirmy area.
Anyway,
Now what are we going to do?
I'm going to take a nap.
Long rest! Long rest!
I was about to ask, what time of day is it? And I'm like,
It's
No
dark
day
o'clock.
here.
it's dark.
It's whatever the heck you feel like it.
Well, I've got good news and I've got bad news.
Am I in the same
what?
room?
Yes, you're all in the same room.
Oh!
What do you want to hear first?
Did anybody else know?
Bad news.
Alright, bad news is
Disregard
we
the
need
door.
to kill her.
Oh,
How?
I do not see that as bad news.
Guys. There's a guard at the door.
I could be referring to any but her.
You could be referring to us.
I could be referring to Captain Miranda as far as he's concerned. I said I wanted to bring her in alive.
That is true.
Preferably. Bad news is that's not an option.
Alright, so bad news is...
I can clap her.
I don't think it is. Well, that's not true. I like her. I think she's cool.
Player or character?
Both.
Okay.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Ooh.
What do we do now?
Well,
We're now stuck in here.
yes, I am going to contact my handler and find out some information.
you go off into a corner of the room where you're.
I want to listen though.
Does Vinny speak Infernal?
He does.
Are you going to speak in Infernal?
Yeah, I'll have this whole conversation in Infernal in case anybody's listening.
Don't like you.
If we do, we just think you're summoning a demon.
You could have it in Thieves' Cant.
Then you two would understand it would take me forever to
This is
relay.
true.
Hello, how are you? Like 10 minutes to say that.
Let him speak. You just finished saying
Hello.
So,
Just kind of imagine that Bertram wears like a rotary dial on his, around his neck and just go. And I just like spell out Vincent.
yes.
alright, so you contact Vincent. Oh, hey, buddy, how's it going? How's the Underdark?
It'll be in speaking in Infernal for this communication. There are uninitiated in the room.
I got you, buddy. And then he switches to Infernal.
Wait, can we hear Vincent?
It's a quiet conversation.
But
Well,
if you
I-
try to, you
I
probably
thought it was from Vincent to him as
Yeah,
well.
is it like on the phone or is it like speaker?
Bertram's going.
Okay, so Bertram is speaking
The conduit.
Yeah.
to Sylas.
Bertram.
It's through his ears, actually. His ears are the speakers.
Phonograph.
Look at it.
No,
Why would you do that to yourself?
you look at
Where?
Because it's a skeleton. That's not how that works.
Seems I'm not the first one from the organization to come down here.
Really? Yeah, I guess I'll have to check the paperwork on that. Do you you got any names there, buddy?
No names, just information, and more than likely they're not among the living anymore.
That's unfortunate.
More paper.
Let me check the record office. I'll be right back. Dang it, I'm Australian again.
I was like, wait, what happened to Vincent?
Brooklyn and Australian. Yeah.
They kind of sound the same.
And then Bertram just starts playing waiting room music.
Dun 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 dun.
It's actually quite loud in comparison to the
Yeah.
conversation.
It's like,
What is that?
Sorry, got put on hold.
It's like when they start playing annoying band like Nickelback or something, like too loud and it's blaring out.
Oh.
He's just yeah. Anyway.
Could be worse. I could just be getting static.
You do hear what appears to be some type of conversation in the background, like away from the microphone. If you want to listen in.
I would try. I'm not very
Make a
good at
perception
it,
check.
but I would try.
Natural 20.
Oh, that's actually good. 17.
17. You hear something along the lines of, oh, I missed a call from Alex Grabowski for some reason.
Oh, weird.
Huh.
What?
I missed a call from your brother.
I'm
What?
curious to see.
What's the matter?
So he, what you do pick up something is,
He's on
it's Vincent speaking in common, and another voice, it's too hard to make out, speaking in a language you don't recognize. You can't figure out, which languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Thieves' Cant, and Infernal.
Okay, so it's a language you don't understand, but you can't place what language. And it seems to be, not heated, but a little worried of a conversation. And a few minutes later, Vince comes back and says, "Hey, so, buddy, it turns out, apparently they kind of spammed the office when they were looking for recruits to go figure out the Miranda problem. And, looks like they, well, maybe have sent, some of the different cells, of our organization, sent individual agents on their own. And we weren't informed, so we, I guess that was a bit of a clerical error. But hey, good thing you're there, though, right?"
Yes.
Yeah, that's weird. I'll have to look into that. I don't know why. Usually our individual cells are pretty good at contacting each other.
Yes. Also, there's a drow priestess here who's very interested in knowing who put out the contract on Miranda. I don't exactly feel comfortable informing her of our bosses. Unless they think that it's appropriate to let her in.
Well, did she talk to you about it? Did she voice any concerns?
Yes, you could call them concerns.
You can't get bad reviews. Great business.
She's suspicious that either somebody upstairs is stupid or trying to undermine her.
Yeah, that does sound like a problem.
Yes, and it's very much my problem, which in turn makes it our problem.
Well, I'd say, try to tell her anything that'll make her sound happy, right? And, don't aggravate the problem. Play along, you know? You get that. But,
Yes.
No, there's, hang on, I'm gonna check a thing. But, I wouldn't worry too much about, high-ups. There's nothing wrong at all.
Do I believe him?
You can roll insight.
Oh, that was a natural one.
Nothing wrong at all.
Why would they?
It's my family. They wouldn't lie to me.
And he keeps talking to you a bit about how you've been doing a good job on the whole thing, and you kind of black out for a moment, and then realize he's still talking to you. Hey,
So,
Sylas, you there, boy?
oh, yeah, sorry. So, do I tell her about the council?
Don't talk to her about the council at all. No. Don't talk to her about any of that.
Alright, what about, our organization itself? I mean, they do have rings and have seen brands, so they at least know the symbol.
Eesh. So the last group got compromised bad.
Yes. I know for a fact she has 2 rings on her person.
You know what? I'll check with my manager real quick. I'll be right back.
God, she has to speak with this manager. I'll speak with your manager!
I could just imagine the priestess lady coming in and going, "Let me speak to your manager."
It's like, hold on, I'll put you through to customer service. No!
He steps out. Again, you hear kind of the background talking. This lasts a bit longer than the last back and forth conversation.
He's just talking to himself.
And then he comes back.
At least give me a cover story. She wants information. Something that sounds plausible. If we're not going to be completely honest with her.
Alright, let's go tell the best lies are mostly true, you know, buddy?
Yes, I do know that.
You know that very well, and you're one of our best.
Thank you.
So, cover story. We're Thieves Guild, sometimes assassins, sometimes we do odd jobs. Can be contacted by any number of people. So, whole lot of individuals, different grudges in Miranda, and that's why they were all called in.
Ah. There we go. So then we can just claim client
Overall rating from Miranda,
assassin
0 out of 5.
confidentiality.
Yeah. And yeah. So, the big thing is, nothing big at all.
The big thing is nothing big.
Alright. Oh, one more thing. There seems to be a bit of a timeline snafu.
Really?
That or there's 2 Captain Mirandas.
Oh.
I have reliable sources that place her at 2 different locations at the same time.
Oh. Now, you sure this was a physical Miranda, or you sure it's not like a body double, or a person who looks like her, or
From what I
Mirage?
understand, it was her.
I'll write that down. Alright. Hey, good work there, buddy. Got anything else you need?
Yes, but unfortunately, it's not the kind you can provide over the phone.
Alright, well, just call anytime. Okay, buddy?
Alright.
Alright. See you later. And he hangs up.
Immediately calls back. You said you anytime. Anytime.
It's now a bad time.
How about now? Now?
Alright.
And we sleep.
I think I need to take at least a short rest before I go in and talk with her again.
Those of us that
Takes a
sleep,
lot out of me.
sleep.
Like 44 hit points out of me.
Oh!
Out of 64.
Oof.
I was on the verge of casting a spell to keep myself above
Yeah.
water.
Alright. We take a rest then?
Yeah.
Why don't we just take a long rest?
I mean, is she expecting us to, or him to speak with her like immediately, or not really?
You
Like as far as like long rest.
you can safely expect that she might send somebody if need be.
Just take a short break. She doesn't strike me as the kind of person who waits or is accustomed to waiting. So I'll just take a short rest and spend as many hit dice as I need.
I don't know if I've ever taken a short rest and also restored hit points at the same time. Ever. Because we always just take long rests.
Well,
Mostly
that's
'cause
because
I
we
also-
don't usually have warlocks that take short rests and stuff.
Even when I've played a warlock, I only take long rests. That's because everyone else takes long rests.
Yeah, everybody takes long rests. That's because long rests are nice. You just get your hit points back.
That's true.
I had to spend 6 of my 7, but I'm back up to 4.
Hey.
Alrighty. That was a nice hour. Alright. Take me to your mistress.
The drow seems to not like that you're talking to her, but was accepted that this is gonna be a case and kind of takes you up to her boss.
Just him? Or
Could be worse. You
Just
could have to
yeah, just him.
escort him.
That's what you do every time you just threaten it with, well, it could be him.
Well, it could be somebody a lot less pretty.
Take it this way, at least I'm pretty. I could be ugly. This would be so much harder.
I could be unpleasant. I'm very pleasant. Bertram's adorable.
Yes, though.
So you're taken back into Evie's office, where she's sitting there. Go want something from me?
Yes. So the information that my handler was able to get for me was that multiple cells were given different contracts to take out Miranda. She has lots of enemies, lots of people who want revenge. I'm afraid I can't give you any specific names on any clients. Confidentiality, you understand? Really, we're just a thieves guild. Sometimes we do assassination and other odd jobs. Nothing big.
Right. Roll persuasion check.
14.
And your point of contact is this handler of yours?
Yes.
Is he reliable?
He has been for me.
Would he have any vested interest in overthrowing a particular city of the Underdark?
I highly doubt that.
Has he been making any retirement plans lately?
Any what?
Retirement plans?
I mean, the organization has a very nice retirement plan.
Hmm.
One I'm quite vested in.
Alright. Very well then. She waves a finger, and a guard enters in. And with much regret, this is one of the, again, the elites. They apparently are kind of in some type of more secret agreement. Whenever there's more confidential stuff going on, you'll notice that the random guards are nowhere to be found. And this one hands you, with a bit of disdain, a large-ish sack.
There's heads in here.
It's
It's just filled with elf ears. Why would I want this?
And it's filled with 12 platinum pieces
Oh!
and
You got
100 gold.
I don't need to know about this.
Now, yeah, we got a little bit of funds
Just a little bit.
pocket
to
change.
help you
really.
out about Dion. I suspect if you're part of any type of underground organization, pun intended, that you're familiar with how greasing a few palms can get you quite a ways.
Oh, yes.
Now, want me a little more info? Questions more locals? You get some more stuff out? And we'll have something more interesting for you. If you truly are thieves and assassins, we'll go with something more that might be right up your alley.
Oh, I have some associates who are going to be very happy.
Good to hear. Get out.
It would be my highest pleasure.
Get out.
Go.
She's the kind of person where you do the bow to leave and she uses some magic just to skid you along the floor as you're bowing out the door.
I want her to be juggler.
Oh dear.
Yes!
She would
Yes.
either be like, I like this one, or be like, no, kill
It
it.
would either be a bloodbath or
It
something
would be amazing.
very different.
It would be a bath either way.
All right.
The stream is rated T for T.
So what you doing right now?
Apparently I'm... So are we free to move
Yeah.
about?
Essentially, you've been given.
Where are we gonna stay?
Do we get like little pins like if lost, please return?
You are given. Your clothing has been basically taken, searched, and then brought back, and each one has a little bit of a, not like an armband, but like a small patch sewn into it that's recognizable with her house.
Everyone's?
Yeah.
Or everyone's?
All yes.
Okay.
At least you didn't brand us.
I branded me.
Or,
And,
give us tattoos or something.
The slaves who are in charge of taking your stuff notice the makeup and don't say
They're just like-
anything. They know better than to say anything about anyone.
I will kill you. And then eat you.
And they are aware of that.
I have no problem doing that.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. So barbaric.
You don't do that here?
I'm not from here, but I'm assuming that's not a good thing.
Nah.
Yeah.
I only drink the blood of my enemies.
Anything you guys plan, prepared to do?
Well, so we're basically free to continue our investigation now.
Wonderful.
Great.
She may have some thieving assassination stuff planned for us later.
Can I go back to my normal stuff, or do I have to keep wearing the dress?
I think you're good. You can
Yes.
go back to your normal stuff, I assume.
I don't need to say.
Just keep it in the inventory.
Cool. boy.
For formal occasions.
You know, down under.
So now,
I think it might be a good idea if we head to the docks.
Docks.
that does make sense.
Well, she had a ship. I was thinking.
Had a ship.
That's funny, but you don't know why.
Are there technically docks down here?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
that
there's
lake
docks for
underground
river.
river that
Oh,
goes
okay.
into the.
I imagine she might have required another ship, or someone might have known where she's actually gone there.
I think we need some potions.
Yes, let's get potions too.
You know what? Healing potions don't sound like a bad idea.
Yes.
Why don't we only get, like poisonous potions instead? I think that'll be much better.
Force feed them to our enemies.
You're gonna die before I do!
It's like, well, one of these is a healing, one of these is a poison. I don't know which.
They look the
50-50
same.
shot to accidentally kill you.
You fall from my classic blunders.
They're both poison.
Yes, it's like the whole Princess Bride thing.
Yeah.
Sure, let's go find a shop that sells potions and then hit the docks.
Alright.
Or we could split up and do both at the same time.
I think we need a woman in both groups.
What? Why?
Matriarchal
Culture.
society.
I mean, I'm fine going off on my own. I'm sure Bertram will just,
Yeah.
smooth over any ruffled feathers. And I also have some other things I can help with that.
I personally would prefer not going shopping for healing potions, player-wise. And I hate shopping.
I want to go shopping.
Well, this is for dresses, apparently.
What?
I want to go shopping for healing potions. They make me not die.
And you have all the money now.
That's true, you do have all the money. Why don't you go get the healing potions?
I
instead?
already said I wanted to.
Fine, I'll go down to the docks.
We're gonna go down to the docks.
That-
I guess I'm following them.
Alright.
The docks.
So you three go to the docks and you go on your own.
Bye,
Apparently
Sylas!
so. I'm never alone. Bertram's always with me.
Oh, you could have taken...
Oh wait.
Oh, I keep thinking of Uguay and so
Ooh, quick.
in my
Yes, I
head,
was a turtle the entire time. Didn't you notice?
both of the names get mishmashed in my brain, and I'm just like, you, that, ooh.
Stay back.
No, this is official business from the church.
Official church business. I need to confiscate all of your healing potions and inspect them for impurities.
We've heard they were,
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna say
Pause.
that!
And then you're going to go, this one's impure. This one's impure. Oh, this one will do. This one's impure.
Yes.
Must be destroyed immediately.
Who gets to go first?
Let's just do the healing potions first.
Okay. I'll take
As you
this time.
walk around town, occasionally some people eye you suspiciously and might even approach you, but you're able to quickly persuade them by showing the thing. And if they do ask you, you tell them that you've been informed to purchase some required items for the priestess. And for the most part, they leave you alone. Just make a deception roll, make a persuasion roll.
Same roll. 21.
13.
Yeah, you get into a couple of tight-ish spots, but nothing that bad. You're able to get your way out of it.
Strong, independent man who doesn't need no drow!
And you do find a place that sells healing potions. There are 6 regular healing potions for sale at 50 gold each. There's 4 greater healing potions for 225 each. They're on sale. And 1 superior for 2G. That's grand, not gold.
2 gold. Wow.
It's yeah. Okay, great.
I can't
Also,
afford that
That
one.
amount is subtracted from your hit point maximum, and
So it'd be 750 gold to get all the ones. That's not the super expensive ones.
yes.
Yeah, I'll buy all that.
All right.
You have that much?
I have 1,041 gold pieces and 12 platinum.
Ooh.
But I decided not to tell the rogues this.
Probably a good idea. Once again, no one in this party is good, so everyone will probably take it from you. Give them a chance.
I believe they're losing it to 91. I still have all the platinum. So, sorry, how many potions was that?
Was that
It was 6 and 2.
6 and 2? Yeah.
6.
Was it 6 basic, 2 superior?
Yes.
I hope so.
My plan is to just not get hit, you know?
That's a good plan.
That's kind of our job.
Mm-hmm.
My plan is to just have so many hit points, they just, decide to look elsewhere. A plethora of healing potions. I feel so much better now. See, Bertram. Trick. Let's put 2 superior potions. Put down superior healing potions.
And the homebrew rule that I've been trying to use hasn't really come up yet is that the potions, don't worry about the dice, it just heals that max block amount of what it would. So like a regular healing potion that's like 2d4 plus 2, right? It heals 10. It just heals 10.
But that's what my Eldritch Invocation does for me already.
Yay!
And you should think vacation then.
Well, that's also for healing magic, right?
It's just all healing.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it helps with the healing magic part too.
you know, if someone had healing magic.
I just realized that also works with hit dice. Oops.
Oh.
I didn't have to spend as much as I did.
Oh, bummer.
That's a bummer.
That's
Okay.
fine. They come back on long rest. We'll have to sleep eventually. I guess I go to the docks to catch up with them because they need some new docks.
Alright. You guys make your way to the
I
docks
don't
first.
trust you.
Um,
Specifically you.
it's in the
You're not very
8th the 8th ring, the very first
well
beginning.
well
Area.
adjusted to society.
It's
And
mostly
you
just 'cause of
find
me. As a
there's
person.
several unsavory individuals kind of eye you as you walk past.
Unsavory as in...
They don't taste good.
Brutish. Imposing. These are the nasty sailor types, but they have no job and they're all slaves.
These are these regular people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Define regular.
A lot of them
Are
are
they
slaves.
They're normal.
A lot of them
They're
slaves.
white.
Some of them are
Hey,
throwbacks.
Yeah.
Some of them
Moving
are there's some male drow who are apparently their handlers, and you can sense there is a degree of tension in the air. The slaves are like, we probably take the handlers, and then the guards would call, don't think we can take that, but maybe, there's
maybe maim a few.
I mean, if they really asked the handlers, which are male drow, they'd probably join them and take
Yeah.
it on the guards, but they're not.
yeah. I don't know. It looks like these particular handlers are fed more.
Ah, I got it. So they might actually be fine.
Yeah, they're a little beefier variety.
They're not as anemic looking.
They have food.
Man, they have muscles.
And you recall that one point you almost qualified for that, but no, you didn't.
I almost had food once.
One
So
time I had food.
I could nearly taste it.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
More what?
So you find for those of you who have seen like actual port cities or docks, this
You
is
mean,
like
How we got here?
yeah.
You three.
This is like a
Uh-huh.
oh cute. It's a small town. It can hold like one big ship and some dinghies.
Aw, it's adorable.
Aw,
So the one-
slavery.
So I'm guessing the one big ship would be the ship.
Yeah, that would be the ship if I had one.
If I had Dinkelberg.
Yes, the SS Dinkelberg.
Just imagine across the river there's a town called Dinkelberg and they have a ship.
It's like the Flying Dutchman. Anyway, so you see there's a couple of handlers, there's several slaves, and there is a few, some like smaller buildings that look to be like barracks or storage areas, a warehouse, and then Off the warehouse there appears to be an office for the warehouse.
Should probably go to the office. What?
I should have asked to see the bodies of my associates.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually gonna do that.
Alright.
So you're not joining us then?
No, change of plans. I need to go talk to my dead friends.
Never mind.
Never mind. I don't need you guys. I have dead people to talk to.
I don't need friends, I just have dead people.
With his healing potions while we're here.
Yeah. Okay.
If you need healing,
Scanning,
know where to not find me.
yeah, scanning the docks. Are there any ships there?
There is a more like a Viking longship where it's like it is seaworthy and it's larger than a dinghy, but it's a rather small sailing ship type of thing. Could only hold like a few passengers and some loot maybe. There is one of those that is docked. Then also some dinghies.
Do they have sails? Like, is there wind
They
down
do
here?
have sails. Sometimes you'll get into a weird like airflow pocket. Here, there's no sails. So a lot of these things are again Viking style, row powered, or could also use sails.
Or else they just stick the slaves in the water and they push the boat along.
No, it's like it's like Ben-Hur.
Yeah.
Have you not watched Ben-Hur?
I don't know what that is.
Uncultured.
How dare you.
Oh my gosh!
Uncultured.
Anyway, back in the
so
day,
long.
the Roman ships were rowed by slaves. In addition to having sails, there was a drummer that beat out the rhythm,
Why they go so fast?
and they were chained to their oars, so in case the ship went down, they drowned.
That sounds about right.
I think I saw the chariot scene, but you expect me to see a movie from 1959?
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously.
Obviously.
I watched it when I was a kid.
Same.
You know, I
Did
think
it
I
come on,
have
like,
seen
two
that
discs?
movie, but
'Cause
I
mine was
was
so long,
very
it came on
young and
2
I
discs.
didn't pay attention.
The guy had swords on the side of his chamber. He was cool.
Anyway,
The spikes coming out.
so you guys are heading to the office?
Yeah, let's go to the office. What?
Like openly, or like
I wasn't
sneakily?
gonna head
Yeah.
to the office.
You guys
Just gonna
have
go,
Patches.
you know, speak to the
Get
the
anywhere
lowlights.
free.
Okay.
Why? I'm going to the office.
You're on the
Okay.
list. I know it's a different feeling for you two to be on the list.
I want to take this one with me because I can't speak Undercommon if that's what they only speak.
Alright.
I was able to purchase stuff.
Yeah.
I think it was more like gesturing.
Probably.
Gesturing, money, and then like exact change, and like, ugh.
You know, it's like when you have a calculator and so you
Whenever
just
somebody
take
asked me on the street, I'm just like, do you speak common?
Oh, he hasn't been trained yet. Yeah.
Sorry. I could technically learn Undercommon. It would just take me a long time and most of my money.
So you, we'll start with you.
Okay.
Are you going to some of the slaves, or are you going to some of the,
I need to hoard money now.
beefies?
I need to hoard more money.
Probably not the beefies, because
Okay.
they're actually well off for male drow,
Mm-hmm.
so we're not exactly friends. So probably some of the slaves,
We're
if I
not
can.
friends.
Alright. You, walk up to a group of them, and they, similarly, some of them are kind of, they're defiantly looking at your toes, because they're not making eye contact. But you get, at,
They don't like me either.
yeah, they're shooting daggers at your toes.
Yeah.
Can I, help you, sir?
Possibly. Do you know of Captain Miranda?
Shooting bets at you.
Yes, I had the lovely experience of arriving here with her.
How recently?
That would be about,
Does he also have a giant sword?
well, it was February, and I don't know what it is now.
My character know what February is?
I don't think so. Yeah, because you lived in the Underdark your entire life. What are months?
We don't need months
This
here.
is why we need
I see.
contracts.
This is why I keep telling you,
Let's
contracts.
walk up to another one, because that one's useless.
Okay.
Do you know what Captain Miranda is?
No.
Do do you know where Captain Ryan is?
It's like playing Go Fish.
How long have you been here?
Oh, I've been here about 3-ish years. Long enough to grow my beard out.
Let's see.
It is an ugly beard.
You will not be useful.
It's all patchy.
Useless.
It's impressive though. He's also grown out his eyebrows and he's braided them too.
How
That's
has he
fine.
braided them? Like,
In threes, and he braids the threes
do
together.
they like go like this or like?
It's
spiky up,
kind of
or-
spiky up, yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Aha.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Giving the juggler ideas.
Ah! Yes, now I control my mustache and my eyebrow. Or both of my eyebrows.
He's gonna grow his hair into just a mustache.
I think Ao's gonna not bother with the slaves anymore. He's gonna actually look for like, would there be like, beggars and homeless people and whatnot, or would those people
Those are
technically?
called slaves.
Those are called slaves.
Those
Or sacrifices to the great goddess
Got it.
love.
So there really aren't beggars or homeless people because those
They're
people would be
slaves.
slaves.
Yeah.
We
Got
may
it.
be
Dead.
horrible, but we don't have a homeless problem.
We have no homeless problem.
We just cut it in
All the
half.
homeless people are dead.
Can't have a problem if everyone involved's dead.
This is true.
This is true.
Hmm.
The only hungry in Sidbourne are the ones who are supposed to be hungry.
I'm guessing that there may be like either like rebel pockets or like random thieves groups.
Yeah, there's
I mean, they
you
might.
heard tell of some male drow pushing for men's suffrage.
Got it. Okay.
Role reversal.
Yeah, they want equal rights, equal pay. They want to be able to vote.
But they're like an underground kind
It's
of.
kind of underground at the moment.
They would know unless
Because
they
you know
die.
they're
They would
they're
snap.
underground.
they would get stabbed.
Yeah, of course. It's
Double
an
underground.
It's an overground movement. That's what it all is.
They
When
just
you're-
bump
when you're-
over
everyone's heads.
Yeah.
Go right to the top of this.
Is there a? Something I want to leave some like message somewhere in Thieves' Camp. Just because that might be useful. I could check on it later. I guess I'd roll to find a good place to do that.
Reward for information
Yeah,
on Captain Miranda.
Make an investigation check and a stealth check.
Oh dear.
Was it bad?
Well, I was rolling my investigation first, and that was a nat 1. My stealth, on the other hand, is a dirty 20.
Okay. So, looking about, you find, there's a place that'd be perfect. It's visible enough, but kind of out of the way. Alright? A lot of male drow and also slaves head through this way.
Mm-hmm.
Good place for a lot of them to see it. Well, it could also seemingly look like just trash scattered. Slight problem is between one of the guards' legs as he's standing leaning against the wall, and you're like, yes, this would be the perfect place. And as you're sitting there staring for a while, just kind of, hey, what's the matter? See something?
Do you like what you see?
Walks away.
That's what I thought. Weirdo.
I'm guess. Who is this a female drow?
This is the male drow.
Oh,
This is one of the handlers.
Got it.
I know I have nice legs, but I mean, come on, man, it's just weird.
We sacrifice people for that here.
So he's like standing up against a wall, kind of.
Yeah.
Is there like any doorways near him or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's actually leaning kind of right next to a window.
Got it. What building is he leaning against?
It's one of the warehouses.
Okay. Is he by himself?
Appears to be, yeah.
Okay. I would like to get into the building from a different side,
Alright.
if possible.
Walking around, you find
I
an
would
open
I
door.
would like to stealth to do this too.
Alright.
That is a 19.
Alright. Okay. So, kind of looking around as you head in, you pick up a crate to kind of match some of the other people. And then as soon as you're inside, you kind of put it down and duck out. You kind of follow the wall until you find. I assume you're trying to get to like around near where
The window where he.
Yeah. So you're able to kind of see through the window, and these shutters, they're wooden shutters. They do open outward.
Are they
Not-
open now or not?
They're not currently open.
If I had opened them like really forcefully, would they smack him in the head?
Probably more of the shoulder
Okay,
than
that
the
would
head.
work. How close is the nearest door to me? Like, main door? Is
About
it in,
30
is it
feet.
in the back?
It's the one that you just came through, which
Okay.
is on the same, like kind of same end around the corner.
Got it. Okay. Well, I'm going to slam the windows open and then kind of like duck away so if he stuck his head in, he couldn't see me.
Okay.
What is this plan?
Make a strength check.
Just the.
That's a 3. I am not strong.
You start pushing on it, and you realize, oh, he must have shifted. He's actually leaning against this area right now.
Try and screw
Are there
the guy.
slits in it?
It's some old wood. Make an investigation check.
You gonna prick him with a dagger?
Actually, yes. Investigation. That is a 12.
All right.
I'll show you.
There's not like really a slip, but there is a like a knot hole that's
Son of a racing brain.
smallish, and
I
there is
also have I also have arrows
okay.
if those would fit.
Maybe
There's
there's also
also with a crowbar.
Would be a disadvantage.
there's also a sort of
There
a
was
I'm not gonna
somebody that
shoot.
was
rotten
actually strong.
section. That might be kind of near where his head or neck might be. It's a maybe. So there's like a you can tell that he is next to this knot hole. Who knows if that's gonna work?
Yeah.
And there is some rotten wood.
Have one of those in the party.
Well,
I only have one social person in this group.
But they have to be
I will make an attack
too much of a
roll.
goody two shoes or too.
I guess that'd be against
Can't
the,
be like,
the
you
knot
know,
area,
normal.
not
Okay.
necessarily
No.
him if it's in the way, if I have to bust through it.
I'm sorry,
Alright.
I can't let you be in the party. You're
Are you
too
trying to
normal.
stab him through the knot?
Yes.
I'm mostly just trying to like poke him, not really like kill him, just
Okay.
get his attention. So an attack roll, I'm assuming, would be.
Sure. Yeah.
I know.
Mm.
You're too normal.
That
like a
is a
nice
19.
person.
We need to
All
have
right.
Who's
rude
actually
people who
you're
don't
nice
introduce
and you're
themselves.
so good at lying.
With,
and
what are you
stealing,
using?
So no.
Whatever would.
Yeah.
Whatever fits in there better, a knife or an arrow
Okay.
bolt or something. I'd be
you-
holding
you-
it just like.
Using the knife, you kind of through, and it's not a bit. It kind of pricks him. He's like, "Ow! What? And you hear his fingers grab onto the.
Yeah, this is the part where I stealth so he can't see me.
Okay.
Why are you killing? Never mind.
I'm not killing him. That is a 23.
All right. You kind of duck down a little bit behind, like a shelf, as he throws the area. All right, what's in here?
I'm assuming he sees the people like in the back movie stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Hey! You guys, over here. You get over here.
Face.
Alright, and as he's doing this, I want to stealth out.
All right. You can sneak out and around.
And then
No,
I'll
you
also
should do
happens.
everything you normally do.
He's
Just
currently
with more stuff.
leaning into the window.
Mm-hmm.
So the perfect spot you saw earlier, he's still standing right over it. His back's currently to you as he's leaning in and he's yelling at people in there.
I rush forward and I stab him in the back!
Viva la revolution!
No stealth, I'm just gonna straight up do it in broad
And I
daylight.
scream as loud as possible.
There's no daylight. It's fine.
For the patriarchy!
For the fatherland!
Let's see. Are there like any rocks nearby or something? Like small pebbles
Yeah.
or
You
something?
can pick one up.
Tiny.
Alright,
Don't you have?
I don't want to kill him.
Don't you have? What is it
Caltrops.
called? Not caltrops. Don't you have like a bag of marbles from your thief?
Oh yeah, ball bearings.
Well, I do have.
1,000 ball
Yeah.
bearings.
I'll throw one of my ball bearings at it.
Great. Mark that you have 999 ball bearings.
Do that.
Where are you throwing it?
Just kind of like hit him in the back of the head at his neck again.
All
Can
right.
I do that like while stealth, or do I stealth after?
Um,
I don't really want anyone else to notice me doing it.
How old are you?
I'm gonna say your stealth
If
is
you're
to
a
get to
rogue,
where you
you
are,
have the
and then
dexterity.
stealth again to like, get out of the.
So stealth, attack roll.
Yeah. So your first stealth is still good. So make your attack roll.
My
Okay.
logic is
How old
flawless.
are
Would
you?
I add Dex modifier to that?
23.
I think it's
Are
a...
you sure?
Sure, yeah.
Micah, if I'm throwing something, that's adding a Dex modifier to the attack, yeah?
Thrown
attack?
is
Yeah.
strength unless it's a finesse weapon, in which case you could use.
I'm gonna call it ball bearing finesse, I guess. It's.
Didn't like.
Are you proficient in balls?
I mean, he has a few. I'm
Brass
sorry.
ones.
I don't know if I'd technically be proficient in them.
Well, it's a part of your thieves' tools, and you're proficient in thieves' tools.
Okay, that's fair. That would be then a 15 to hit.
Alright.
His tools or his pack?
And then, I guess I could do damage. Sure, I'll do damage.
Yeah, you deal 1 emotional point of damage
Yes.
as he gets hit in the back of the head. Ow!
And that
Now
is
you're
a
just being
24 to
mean.
stealth away.
As you around the back to the shadows of another building.
Get him to move.
He's gonna look around.
If only you know, you
And he
have
starts
somebody with,
pushing
like,
around something that's
a
like,
rat
hey,
or
you do
something
that?
that can
You throw a rock?
draws
Huh?
Is he
attention
still
away.
staying in the same
Oh no,
spot?
he's moved out. He's
Yeah,
now
Okay, thank
bowling.
goodness.
Like
the Skyrim
anyone
strategy
else
worked!
in the party.
You just put a button on his head.
I just gotta,
Excuse
make
me,
noise
sir,
somewhere
have
else.
you heard
He's
about
like,
loan and
what's
save your
that?
money?
Must be
What was
nothing.
that?
So-
What?
Oh,
So
no,
you-
distracted. I want to go, and since it's the best place, I'm gonna
Yes.
just a quick message, not even full sentences.
Okay, what are you saying?
Captain Miranda, reward, information.
Yeah, or
The
Captain
reward is
Miranda
information.
wanted
Reward is a hamburger.
Captain America wanted
Captain America won.
Miranda.
I'm looking for Torrin!
I'm looking for Captain America. Where is he? I need him. No, Captain Miranda wanted, then reward, and then I probably should do like a meeting place too. Yeah.
It's not sitting
Some
down.
some specific back alley that's not too hard to find that I don't know of.
Alright. The place where you first ran away from. Okay, whatever. Make a sleight of hand check to scribble this all on there without being noticed. Please scribble.
That is a dirty 20.
Alright. As he's back to you count.
So dirty.
And then
Yeah.
you don't need to stealth to get out of there again? Or?
You can just kind of walk out.
Sweet. Can I pick up my ball bearing again if it's on the ground?
Make a perception check.
That is wait, no, that's a 10. No, that's a 10.
It is lost to the ages.
No! I must go to the store and buy a new ball bearing.
I want 1 ball bearing. We still have packs of 1,000. I want 1!
Just one.
It's like a sliver of a copper piece.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. Just like
I'll go back to the.
give me a high five. We'll call it good.
I'll wait outside the main building now
All right.
that they're in.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
with the other part of team socially inept.
you head into the office where you see there is a drow waited upon by a few slaves. One is a surface elf, and
Oh,
the other
weird.
is a human.
I'm waiting for us to like go somewhere and Ben describes something that's not an elf and us freak out. Wait, what? It's not a drow? What?
What?
You go down, you see a black dragonborn.
What? No. I
And
immediately
Just assume I'm a drow,
And he-
dragonborn sorcerer.
And he says, "Yes, I'm the high priest of Lulth. How are you doing today?"
Wait, who said this?
I'm kidding. No one. The black dragonborn.
The
You know.
Black Dragonborn.
He's the top of the patriarchy.
I just assume he's a draconic bloodline sorcerer.
Look, they don't know my secret. Don't say a word. They've never seen a dragonborn before.
Accidentally burst fire.
Lulth's blessing.
I have allergies to mushrooms.
Acid reflex.
Yeah. Ate too many mushrooms. Had too many shrooms.
Anyway,
Okay, so you go.
you see a drow. There's a surface elf and a human.
Okay. I would like to approach the drow, and in common, I guess, because that'd probably be the easiest one. I'm going to ask them if they perchance know of Captain Miranda.
Yeah, we've got some deals with her in the past. Let me take a look at my ledger. would you like to know?
I would like to know when the last time she was here and if she left a log of where she was going.
Yeah, well, the chick.
This is so easy.
Yeah, last she was here with me
Five
about
guards show up.
It's official business. Come on.
through some back and forth about times and dates and you inferring how things work down here. You're able to figure out essentially what month is it?
Write that down. Write that down.
I'm not here, so I can't write it down.
Nope, I'll write it down. I got it. I'll put my notes on the back of this.
You need a notebook, Zane.
That's too much effort. I have one, but it's not. It was for that one
a different
campaign.
That was so good.
I don't want to put other
and
notes
then
in
you know
it.
it
It's
kind
perfect.
of died.
So it's currently July, and in about March was the last time she came in the ship she usually comes in.
Gosh, that's like 3-4 months.
And the ship that she usually comes in. What was the ship's name?
The Macabre or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But in from what you gather, it's to be mid to late April. She arrived in a larger ship. Large. They expected a large haul from her, but there weren't very many high quality slaves. A few curiosities. A golden dragonborn for one.
Shiny.
A bear for some odd reason.
One
A few things like that. Yeah.
A bird? You
Um,
mean they don't have cave bears down here?
when asked about the bear, she said it's personal.
Okay.
Yeah.
She said I do have a record of some more of the specific info about these the few individuals she brought down, things she brought in.
Perhaps you could tell me where they are now.
Where they are now, Underdark edition.
The Dragonborn was sold to one of the upper houses, being very presentational. Is slated to undergo an expedition with a drow priestess on a religious mission and help ensure that she succeeds. If he fails and returns, he will be sacrificed or otherwise share in the priestess's punishment.
Seems fair.
She's not sure when that's happening. For all she knows, it might have happened yesterday. It might be happening next month. Checking on that. The bear was sent to another different high house as a novelty entertainment to die in a tragic fight with several spiders.
Could have been a dancing bear.
It was sort of twitched at the end when it was coursing with venom, but you know.
Dancing queen.
And then some more humans, a couple of halflings, whatever.
Boring.
Yeah. Although several of them
Basic
had a unifying mark. They had a red tattoo.
What kind of red tattoo?
It was about here, and I don't know, it was like a bat or something.
Like a... Okay, never mind. I know what you're talking about.
I'm there, right? I'm there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a raven.
Oh, yeah, they would refer to it as a bat, probably.
Bertram fits right.
Yeah, I thought I've ever seen birds around here.
No.
Maybe
Right.
prehistoric.
That's not good. She's not supposed to be selling
There could be
Red Raven
dinosaurs down
pirates
here,
as
though.
slaves. I think.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Anton.
I think that's everything.
Okay, well, come again if you have any more questions.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to leave.
You hear muttering uncommon about didn't even tip. Anyway.
Whatever.
You didn't hear him. I mean, maybe you did hear him, but you didn't understand him.
I mean, I did hear it. I just can't understand it.
Can you insinuate? What's your insight?
It's not bad. Dirty 20?
No, you probably got the general
No, I
gist of
probably
what
got
they're
the
saying.
Whatever.
You get the idea that customer service is not her favorite part of the job.
Well, I did get some information. That's good. Sort of. Also not. Why is she selling Red Raven pirates?
And so basically what you got of that is that came in a larger ship, which they expected to carry more cargo, carried a rather pitiful haul.
Weird things.
Also stayed in port a while,
Yeah.
then left.
Didn't say where she was going.
Didn't say where she's going. Said she'd be back. With more of the usual stock.
Maybe she knew the Kraken was killed and thought she'd venture out further.
Kraken wasn't dead in April.
No, it
Was it
wasn't.
not?
When did we kill it?
It was fairly recently.
When did we take-
June 8th.
Yeah. I have all the information I need. I guess I'm going to return to the mansion since I guess that's where we're staying.
Okay.
And then look for
Am I out there by this time? Because I know I was
Yes.
kind of distracted.
a little
Though
bit.
it didn't really take that long.
It seems like it takes a long time because you're rolling and stuff, but it's not.
Plus my conversations with the slaves were kind of short.
So as you guys are heading back to the mansion, you're heading to find.
I guess the
Dead
morgue.
people!
Alright. You find your way down to the 8th layer where they
Bring
all are.
out your dead!
Bring
And,
out your dead!
The morgue is
So
associated
dead.
with the prison system.
Ooh, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Prison's where you go to die.
And it takes them a little. They give you some questioning looks when you ask to see the bodies, but you explain that
Important business.
and a few of them kind of give you funny looks, but all
How
right.
should I identify the bodies? You know, standard housework. Double entendre.
All right, so you head in, and there are several guards, several slaves as well, kind of working the area. You're able to get a list of these particular individuals. You're told they.
I can only do this twice. I get to choose. I have to choose the two that I think would give me the best info.
What is the word I am looking for? Jeez.
Cadaver.
Oh yes,
Corpse.
there's that. Basically, they kind of brush off away from you after you tell them that a priestess is taking an interest in what's going on here and wanted you to take notes.
I have quill and pen.
But yeah. And I want you to make a perception check to see into the room.
Hey, lucky 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you're looking over the cadavers, you do find 3 members, not necessarily by recognizing them, but from this guy had this equipment that you have from a different sheet. This guy had that, and then that one you recognize. And as you're looking around, and you kind of look around at the slaves in the room, and one of them, a female, is one of your guild members from Orcon Syndicate. And here's one of the slaves, and you see that she's noticed you as looking down and not making contact at the moment.
Who walks up to her? Hey, you're one of me!
Hey.
So good to see you.
Pleasure as always. Well.
You know her by the name of Bonnie.
Bonnie. She's human?
Yes.
Bonnie. Bordercon. Agent Liest. I'll fix it later. Cool. Out of curiosity, is Infernal commonly spoken amongst the Oricon Syndicate, or is that just more of a paper person thing?
It's not uncommon. There's a variety of languages that might be spoken. Thieves' Cant, though, is.
Yeah, I don't want to take forever because I have time limit. I really didn't want to use common now. With my corpses.
Oh, and one more thing you know about her. She used to work for your particular cell, but she was transferred into another cell. That's another point.
Do I have like somebody who's like showing me around, or am I basically just kind of?
You do have someone, a guard showing you around.
Right.
A drow warrior.
These three here, do you need their heads for anything?
I'd have to ask my boss, but why?
Well, the mistress would like to, you know, pick their brains.
I'll see if I can get some paperwork on that. Stay here.
That's one of those moments where it's like, you could roll persuasion, you could roll deception, or you could roll intimidation, because that's just plain creepy.
Stay here.
All the
Leave this
same
room,
modifier.
Are they
and we'll be
really?
taking your head.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of leaving.
The guard leaves. There are some guards around, but they're a while away. Mostly entrances and exits.
Yeah, how close is Bonnie to me?
She's about 20 feet to you.
So is there a way I can like nonchalantly just kind of like I can walk towards her, but like more like just keeping looking at like the. Well, actually, I'm looking through Bertram the whole time, so my head can be looking at where the corpses are. But actually, better idea. I'll have Bertram kind of fly over like to near her, and
Okay.
then kind of. It's like being a bat, just kind of flittering about, and I'll talk to her through Bertram.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, how? Brain? Sorry, what?
I can speak through Bertram because of my voice of the Chainmaster.
Cool.
Eldritch Invocation.
So Bertram kind of flies around a little bit, and then hops onto a shelf, kind of behind it. Bonnie kind of walks around and gets right behind her. She turns around and starts organizing things on the shelf slowly.
So I will be speaking in hushed tones. Well, fancy meeting you here.
What are you doing here?
What? I'm doing my job. I'm hunting down Captain Miranda.
What? So, what happened to your cell? No one's heard from them in months. We thought you were taken out.
That is not what I was informed of.
Informed by who?
Vincent.
He's alive?
As far as I'm aware,
We got a frantic sending from him saying to send reinforcements and then it was cut off. We had assumed he died or... Ooh. hiding something?
I'm starting to suspect.
So we were sent here to figure out why these people were disappearing into the Underdark. Why our own agents were here.
So he's been sending people into the Underdark.
I don't know. After we looked for Vincent, we looked for the other handlers as a part of your cell. All gone. Sometimes we found bodies. Sometimes we just found that they were taken.
So I only recognize one of the corpses as from my cell. The other two.
The other two, perhaps are from your cell, perhaps aren't, but they are Oricon.
Yeah. Well, I've been suspecting for a little while that Vincent's been holding out on me. So you were sent to investigate the whole agents disappearing into the Underdark.
Yeah. I didn't get very far. They don't know I'm part of the syndicate, but I can't really get anywhere now. I'm one of the slaves now.
That is too bad. Well, I'll see what I can do. But is there any other information?
Yeah. 2 of them were out here from Miranda. One was sent by one of the other cells, trying to find out what's going on down here. Who's this Miranda?
She is an elf captain in the Red Raven Pirates who formerly had a contract with us that she failed to uphold.
Contract with us directly?
Would I know that?
Roll history.
CX.
Vincent said something like that, probably.
Sure.
Huh.
That was convincing. Sure.
Well,
I wasn't the one who negotiated her contract. I don't know.
I don't know, people make contracts with us generally smart enough not to break those.
You would think so.
Alright, well...
What?
Point of
Ow.
I'm,
cautionary tale.
I'm not there.
I'll be here. Hey, try to find a way to get me out.
I'll see what I can do. And I'm seeing how I can get those 3 out. And see what they know.
Some time goes by, and some other manager type of position person.
Bertram will come back to me.
Why's that? So can you tell me exactly why you need the heads?
Well, gotta talk from something.
The priestess tell you to do this?
She told me to gather information.
Well, we can't very well let all of it go, but roll a persuasion check on the information thing.
It's just heads. It's literally ooh. that was good. That was 25.
Nice.
I suppose we can let 2 of them go.
Choose wisely.
I'll choose the one I recognize because that means he's from my cell, which means he was probably sent here by Vincent. Which means the conspiracy goes deeper. Vincent's a dirty liar. Let's go to the nose.
Hey,
Vincent's a
dude.
damn dirty liar.
Hey, dude. How's it going, dude? What's up, dude?
And one of the ones I don't recognize.
Alright.
What are my options for unrecognizable?
Um,
Or are they both the same person?
So there's one that you don't recognize. He is actually a half-orc.
Ooh. I'll take him.
Alright.
He has a nicer head.
A
So
drow
it has handles.
surgeon appears like, so, how nice do you need the head?
I just need a working mouth.
I can work with that. She pulls out a cleaver and here you go.
Thank you. Lovely seeing a master at work.
Would you like to have a bag on the way out?
Oh, that would be lovely.
It'll cost an
Alright.
extra
A
3
little
cents.
doggy bag for the little mongrel. Thank you.
I'm purebred, thank you.
Ugh.
With your nice soggy bag, you
Soggy doggy
You-
bag.
your way back to the mansion. The rest of you meet up in the mansion.
Hey,
You see
yeah.
Sylas enter with a
Dripping bag.
dripping bag of jams, probably.
What is that?
Information.
That is information.
It will soon become information.
How so?
I'm going to talk to it.
I've seen this before.
Do
Talk to the
tell.
bag?
No, it's what's in the bag.
What's in the bag?
Heads.
Oh.
Tails.
Wonderful.
Snips and snails. No. Heads.
Whose heads?
Former associates.
The dead ones.
Yes.
Ah.
I found a live one.
Here.
Yes.
Ah.
Is she in the bag?
You don't know. You don't know gender or anything.
You don't even know she's a she.
It's in the
How
bag.
dare you assume that?
Sorry, I assumed the heads.
Yes. Yes, my other associate is a wee folk. I smuggled her out.
Oh.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
what?
What? You don't know about wee? No. No. We'll have to find a means of arranging her release.
That may not be easy.
I think we can do it.
I'm sure our patroness will gladly aid in our investigation. After all, it's a bit of quid pro quo. Anyway, let's go to our rooms and talk to dead things.
Alright.
Yes.
Setting the heads on your table.
Ugh.
Which one do you want to start with?
Let's talk to the one that I do know. So I will cast Speak with Dead.
Alright. You know this one mostly by reputation. A similar good worker in the syndicate. He just missed a little bit of that killer streak. Oh no, he had the killer streak. He just wasn't subtle about it. That was it.
Anyway, I have 5 questions,
Alright.
which he doesn't necessarily have to answer truthfully.
Right. So you
That's
cast the spell,
unfortunate.
and sort of dark whirling energy kind of swirls around from your hand, and then like through their neck stumps and back out their mouths, back to your hand in this swirling
Hand puppet coming out their mouth.
thing. That's good.
Necromancy. I told you, necromancy is the best school of magic, even though there's very few actually cool necromancy spells.
Mm-hmm. Ugh.
Get some music from this. Excuse you.
Right. Why did Vincent send you down here?
Then I needed to find the pirate captain. Friend. Broke a contract to someone who hired to track her down. For record, his name is Tony Accardo.
Tony.
Hey, Tony!
Tony! Hey. Yo.
Yeah.
Bada bing bada. Anyway. Did you have any suspicions that Vincent may have been compromised?
No. He did say
Vincent equals liar.
Next time if she called me, he's like, "How's your wife?" Just see how he reacts.
Married? Question mark.
What?
Possibly dead.
Vincent, you got married and you didn't invite me.
I could have officiated. It is a social contract after all.
Yeah.
Possibly dead.
Okay.
Alright, so that was, what, 2 questions?
Yes.
Alright. What information were you able to uncover about Captain Miranda?
She's returned to the Underdark since she lost a ship. And that there's another few ways to the Underdark.
That's good to know.
More doors.
One by sea in folklore, one across land, but don't know where it comes from.
I mean, that's how they've been getting the ships in. Because they couldn't come to the Dwarf Kingdom. So that's 2.
Something to talk about too, Jekyll, maybe.
Do you know where Captain Miranda is?
She left the Underdark. Hang on, what did I tell you?
It was in July.
Let me check my calendar.
No, we are currently in July.
Yeah. It was 3 months after April. No, wait. It was in April.
2 months. It was June.
Yeah.
I think.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, she left in April in a
Yeah, it was 2 months.
larger ship. Sold off some of her crew to throw off suspicions.
This is a question for you, Ben. Do I know where my cell's headquarters are?
Your specific cell, yes, and it is located
I was just wondering because
in a
more like
place.
where Vincent is.
Yes, it is. Remember that I'm logged in. Jeez.
So otherwise, I was going to ask him if he knows where Vincent is.
Yeah, you would know where presumably he's headed out of.
Okay.
If he's still alive.
If he's alive or married or telling the truth.
Tell the truth, I'm being married.
Forget Miranda. Let's go find this Vincent.
Hello, Vinny.
Vincent.
How was the wedding?
They're secretly married to Miranda.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Spicy.
Kill them both.
thickens.
Thickens.
Wait, hang on, almost got it.
You guys are all here. What other question should we ask Tony here?
I do not know.
There is a good presence, in. Hang on, almost got it.
Can we ask him who killed him? Would he know?
That might be useless.
Yeah, it's probably just going to be a drow.
There is a. Your cell is based, partially, secretly, largely, in a mandress.
Mandress?
A mandress.
A man dress.
That's how you remember it.
Busy marketplace. There's a big old coliseum and a raceway.
Okay.
The climate is similar to the arid zone of the Australian outback. That was a coincidence. But people of all variety of races live there. So having a bizarre organization there, not too fishy.
can't speculate on future events. I can't ask him if he thinks he knows. He doesn't. Ooh. Do you know where Captain Miranda was going? Specifically.
There was a kraken around the island when she left. So either she was stuck on the island, or she had another way out.
Well,
Perhaps teleportation, or some other personal mode of transport.
I was just thinking. I don't think Nyla knows this, but I do know that the Red Raven pirates, their ships can kind of come in and out of places with some lack of magic.
well, thank you, Tony. You can sleep. Go back to your rest now.
Bye, Sylas.
Night night.
Okay. The big tuna sleeps with the fishes.
Ask the other guy anything?
Alright. Him I don't recognize. I don't know this one.
What is your name?
That's.
What is your fifth card?
I'm gonna go back to that every time.
What is your quest?
Alright, so I'll cast Speak with Dead on the next head. Speak with Head.
Charming.
Very. Alright. Why were you sent into the Underdark?
One of the cells had gone dark, but we had rumors that they were still sending operatives. I was to take one and interrogate him.
Shoot something out of the foot now. Sorry.
Hey, can you see this? I'm flipping you off those fingers I have.
It's like somewhere else in the hands of the body without a head. They're just like.
A lot more personality, this one. Alright.
That was actually a reference to the guy's name. His name is Frank Fingers Avadando.
Frank.
I just looked up mafia guy names, and here's a list of
Nice.
mafia guy names.
I love this so much. Alright. Do you know anything of Captain Miranda?
She was of interest to all the ones sent down here. That came from the cell that was supposedly gone dead.
What do you know of Vincent?
Fun guy. I was invited to his wedding. My father disapproved of his event, though.
Why did your father disapprove?
Vincent's taste wasn't leaning towards women.
He married his goldfish.
Exactly.
Guys, it's Xanathar.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Vincent and Xanathar. Oh my gosh.
Guys, I have a new campaign idea.
Can you sign my book?
Ditch this. Ditch everything. We're going on this now.
In the sun?
Yeah, you're right.
Alright, one last question.
Did you have 5?
I think you have one more.
I just
Because
asked
that was 4.
I thought that was 3, okay.
Well,
I
like,
thought it
he
was-
asked
I
about
thought it was 3.
Vincent.
I asked about Miranda,
Mm-hmm.
why he was sent to the Underdark,
Vincent.
about
and
Vincent,
Vincent.
and then why his father didn't approve.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's
gotcha.
4.
You could ask what happened to that cell block. Specifically.
What happened to the cell that went dark?
Standard procedure in case of horrible attack or emergency, several people call other heads of cells. Agents are dispatched to investigate the problem preemptively if possible. Usually the cell in question will pull in its contacts in the local militia, guards, police networks, whoever they have, to protect themselves. Maybe get a scapegoat, let part of it die off, and keep the rest of the cell hidden away. By the time we arrived in Andres, there was nothing but burnt paperwork. A few bodies. And a whole lot of headache bribing people to ignore the secret door into our base.
Thank you for your time. You can go back to sleep now.
Good.
I like that guy. Well, that was mostly useful.
I have a lot of questions and no answers, so I'm going to go talk with Eve now.
Okay.
You're free to come along if you wish, because apparently I don't know who I work for.
No. Alright.
We work for Evie now.
The guard takes you up to Evie's office. It is now getting, I'm gonna say late in the evening.
Our internal clock says it's late.
Yeah.
That's okay. I've had a long day.
Yeah.
I had to
What do you
spend
want?
money. Well,
I had a long day. I have to spend.
I want lots of things. But right now, I want answers. Unfortunately, I don't seem to be getting anywhere closer to answering them. One thing I do want. There's a slave, female human, at the prison. Her name is Bonnie.
And, you taking a particular liking to this, this slave?
Sure.
What do you want me to do about it? Sure, I can arrange a meeting.
I prefer more of a acquisition.
Well, if you recall, I gave you a sack of coin for just this occasion.
Yes.
Is, this individual vital to our little hunt here?
Yes, I believe she can provide much more answers than my previous informants.
Roll persuasion.
Come on, I need her. Yay! 22!
She thinks about it a while. Yeah, alright. I'll front you a bit of the quiche. Bit more of the quiche, I should say. I'll make a few inquisitions and,
Inquiries.
we'll... Common isn't my first language.
Yes. However, I can provide you with some rather startling information.
I'm all ears.
Well, from what I managed to gather, it would appear that my particular cell has gone dark and has been sending agents down here without proper paperwork.
That would explain why nobody has escort much of a plan.
Yes, and the other cells have been trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
Roll on a persuasion check.
Come on! I need you to believe me!
21.
So nobody knows what's going on.
Apparently not.
Well, great. Alright, I'll put word in for that slave. You got any more info?
Yes, apparently Vincent is married and I wasn't invited.
And I wasn't invited.
I don't know what that means, but tough luck, buddy. You
One
fill her
thing. My handler may or may not be dead.
Ah,
It's a ghost.
so, where's your last communication with him?
Earlier today.
Yeah, well, life's tough. A lot of things can happen in a few hours.
No, I mean like when I was talking to him, he may or may have not have been dead.
One of those.
As in either he's dead and still talking, or he's dead and been replaced.
Ah. Sounds like you have a fun job.
Well, you get to travel, meet interesting people, and get paid for it.
Alright, I'll find your girlfriend. Look back.
Graciously appreciate it.
So 3 of the platinums go out. She fronts a bit more. Given your early interest in the bodies, she gives some cover story about how she wants someone a little more skilled and less clumsy in handling cadavers for priestly duties, and is able to purchase Bonnie Parker. And Clyde finally has his Bonnie. I didn't think too much fun with this. I'm gonna wrap it up there for this episode
I'm
of
asleep now.
Underdark Incorporated.
Episode 1.
Yay!
We avoided so much combat.
We really did though. We're
Oh,
like, no.
So here's the question. Is
Evasion.
this how you expect
Throw
it to
money
go?
at it, throw money at it, throw money at it.
I'm itching for it though.
Not exactly.
Except for
We
Harry.
Roughly along
He's
the
like,
lines.
I was expecting. So the wisdom saves that you kept saving before you got into the city were scry saves. And if they had seen you beforehand, then they would have sent a detachment to confront you. And I was going to have a different accident along the way planned.
we
But
were lucky.
It's a good
Yeah.
thing I'm randomly proficient in wisdom saves.
You
and
know.
well, the other thing is that you actually had a plan of getting in there. Yeah. Anyway, I'm Ben Anderson.
Micah Morrow.
Micah Grabowski.
Alberto Chico.
Sam Tyler.
Bye bye.
It's been surreal.
Welcome to the Underdark.
There's too many spiders here. I hate it.
Yeah, we have to do.